Al Sharptongue tonight, being that he had
Yeah.
drinks. You
Yes.
know, he's bringing content from Young Black and Bothered. You know what I'm saying? So we are
hmm
matching here, and we are coming to you with content tonight about this goddamn election because I know what's gonna happen.
Absolutely. Now, anybody who is also listening live or listening on the podcast apps that you do deserve, you prefer to listen to, we do have premium content for both shows, She Gets It Pie as well as Young Black and Bothered. So we
That-
will dig into that towards the end. By then, I'll be drunk. But until then, we need to do the racial draft first, or do we want to read these articles of shit that's just happened over the course of the past like 2 weeks?
We could do the racial draft, and y'all just reminded me I left my gun in my car, so I'm gonna go get it.
Oh boy. So this is how we're going to play the race draft, right? So with the race draft, I wanted to have listeners that are, live right now on stereo, leave voice notes on out of your race or a race, regardless, who would you trade and what race would you trade them to and why? The reason why I wanted to ask this question is because obviously Dave Chappelle's like skit was a very important skit that is real, like it's relatable today. And obviously, Shannon has the first pick. I have a second pick. I just want to know if you could trade anyone from your race, who would you trade and who would you trade them to? Or you can
uh,
just say, you know what? You can cut them. If you want to cut them and say, you know what? They're a free agent. Somebody can pick them up. Now, you can either pick that person up or you can say, you know what? I want nothing to do with them. So,
okay, I have my
who,
person.
who's Shan has the first pick. I need to get like the ESPN bill for like the draft bill. So,
My
who is
person
your first
that I'm
pick?
picking is Stacey Dash, and I would
Oh,
trade her to any dumpster that's near and close.
wow.
I
Yo,
won't even trade her to the whites.
with the first pick, Shan has picked Stacey Dash to be traded in the racial draft. Now you have to tell us who do you want to trade her to, but you have to get someone though.
So someone to fill in her place.
Yes.
Oh, fuck. Do they have to be the same race?
Yeah. No, they don't have to. Actually, no. You know what? It's a free game. Just trade whoever the fuck you want to whoever you want. Because clearly that's what we've been doing the past 4 years anyway. So let's just go ahead. Trade for whoever you want.
Um, shit. Who do I want? I want well, I just feel like Angela Bassett, she already on our team, but let me just put her in place of that.
Wow, you're trading Stacey Dash for Angela Bassett.
Yeah, I
Wow,
want
that
her
that's a
forever
that's a
on our team, even though I know she already on our team.
that is a wild trade. Um, with the number two pick, I am going to trade. I'm trying to think. Who would I want to trade in the racial draft? Oh, I got it. I got my person. I'm going to trade Doja Cat
Oh,
for Jennifer Lopez. The reason I'm going to do this is because Doja Cat has already been listed as a Trump supporter, and she sits in obviously groups for Trump,
mm-hmm.
and she's just a complete embarrassment. She makes good music. I will say that she makes damn good music. However, what we're not going to do is disrespect us and you, one of us. So I want to trade Doja Cat for Jennifer Lopez.
Okay.
Recently,
So
Jennifer.
when you get Jennifer Lopez, can you please tell her to chill on the baby hairs? You can't be in your 40s still having baby hairs. We gotta chill.
Sure, I will definitely do that. I guess the pick is on you. So right now, here's our race draft so far. So with the number one pick, Shan has picked Stacey Dash, and we have traded Stacey Dash for Angela Bassett. I picked Doja Cat to be traded for Jennifer Lopez. So who do you have with the number three pick?
Um, Terry Crews for Robert
Holy shit!
for
You only
Robert.
pick one though.
I want Robert De Niro over here.
Wow, wow. That might be the steal of the draft. We have Terry Crews. Shan has picked Terry Crews. We are trading Terry Crews for Robert De Niro. That's definitely a top one. That's a top three pick right there. That
Yeah.
right, that's the Sam Darnold of picks. Like it could either go good or it could go bad. But Robert De Niro has never let us down. I
No.
gotta step my shit up for this draft. Oh my Christ. With the number 4 pick, shit, who am I going to pick? Um, with the number 4 pick, I am going to trade Little Wayne
Mm.
for Travis Kelsey of the Kansas City Chiefs. The reason why I do this is because Travis Kelsey already has the swag of a black man. He dates black women. More importantly, he's a damn good athlete and does his job well. As a result, Lil Wayne, I don't want to trade you. You have given us classics such as the Carter 1 and the Carter 2. Someone say Carter 3, but I don't believe so. More importantly, Wayne, we should have traded him before when he was kissing his daddy. That ain't his daddy. So I'm just going to say we have to trade Lil Wayne with my number 4 pick. We're trading him for Travis Kelsey. So
Okay.
that is my number 4 pick. Who do you have?
All right. All right. This is who I have, and I want to make sure I get his name right. I want to trade Charles Barkley's I think I'm white looking ass for Yao Ming.
Wow. Wait, now you have to explain this. You're trading Charles Barkley for Yao Ming.
Yes.
Why would you do this?
Because Charles Barkley, whenever there's something or an issue or controversy regarding the treatment of black people, he always glazes over the issue as if he doesn't see the problem or he doesn't see the issue with what police were doing or why they shot first or what could have been done better in the situation. And I feel like it's because he feels that he has made it. He's beyond our issues and he's beyond this lifestyle. And we just need to do what's right, quote unquote, or do what's better so we don't have these problems.
Mm.
And then I picked him because even though Charles Barkley is like a classic basketball player,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to pick a black man in basketball right now because we see the unity in that. I want to pick someone of a different culture, a different race, just to show him that if you don't want to be here, we don't need you to be here.
That is a damn good pick. That is a damn Charles. Damn. That's a good pick. Fuck, that's a good pick.
Okay. Shit. Oh, just shut up.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go over the first 5 picks in the racial draft. So with the number 1 pick, Shan picked trading Stacey Dash for Angela Bassett in a swap-to-swap trade within races, though. She's able to do that because this is the episode where we can honestly do that and nobody can tell us any different. Obviously, people who are in the voicemails, leave us voice notes of who you want to trade for the racial draft and why. So right now, I have number 2, and I picked trading Doja Cat for J-Lo. And the number 3 pick, Shan picked Terry Crews for Robert De Niro.
Yes.
Number 4, I picked Lil Wayne being traded for Travis Kelsey of the Kansas City Chiefs. Number 5, we have Shan picking Charles Barkley for Yao Ming. And with the number 6 pick, oh my God, this one's gonna be a rough one for me. I want to, with the number 6 pick in the racial draft, I want to trade 50 Cent for Eminem.
Even though I only like Eminem on features, I'll allow it. Because Eminem doesn't come with the ignorance of a Queens black male and his amount of trolling that he needs to do.
I agree.
I
agree. So you have the number 7 pick.
Oh, there's a number 7 pick. Shit. Who has been a disappointment? Who has been a disappointment? All right, because I've personally experienced this, and it seems as though she's not going to be creating new music, and she can't even show up to her concert on time. I'll just
Mm-hmm.
stick with her old albums and the Fugees, and I'll give them Lauren Hill,
Mm.
and I will take um um shoot, who do I want to take? Who sang with even though she passed away? Who sang with Rick James?
Tina Marie. Wow, you're trading Lauren
Yes,
Hill for Tina Marie.
yes,
Wow,
yes.
wow. That. Wow, that's
Oh,
a bracket
sounds
buster.
black.
Jesus,
She sounds black.
damn. Wow. So with the number 7 pick, Shan chooses to, in the racial draft, choose to trade Lauren Hill for Tina Marie.
At
That
least she
is
could.
an absolute. That is amazing. That right there is an absolutely amazing pick for the number 6 pick in the racial draft. Um, with the number 8 pick, I just really spoke. Was that the third or fourth person? Either way, um, I'm going to choose to trade Isaiah Washington for
Mm.
Chrisette Michelle. I feel like we need Chrisette Michelle back. I'm probably saying her
Do
name wrong, but
black
I
people
don't
want her
care.
back? And she really fucked
I,
up.
I feel like we need her back because the thing is, we already don't have enough like R&B singers who they've made mistakes. You know, people make mistakes, and Chrisette, I feel like since she was one of the first and few to do it that were black women, we
Yeah.
kind of gave her a bad rap. I feel like we want to get Chrisette back. I want to get Chrisette back, but we got to give somebody up in order to get her. So I am definitely going to go and give away Isaiah Washington. I feel like Isaiah Washington serves us no purpose,
Ooh.
and he can go. Isaiah Washington, you are being traded. You are on the trading block of the racial draft, the 2020 electoral racial draft. You are being traded to the white people for Chrisette Michelle. So, Shan, with the number 9 pick, who do you have in the racial draft?
What's that? What's that fool that can't speak proper English but have the nerve to be knocking up Mayweather's daughter?
Oh my God, NBA YoungBoy. Oh
Yeah,
boy,
him.
yes.
I would
Oh
like to
my
trade
goodness.
him for anybody that can read and write.
Wow. For anybody.
Anybody.
Okay. All
I just
right.
don't
That
understand how someone can be so ignorant. So I can't understand you, so you're not even misunderstood. We don't understand. And you can accumulate so much luxury and cash and the nerve, the audacity to speak to anybody, to threaten anybody. And why are you allowed to even have the internet? Because I'm tired of seeing him.
mm,
There's no
yeah.
pros about this kid.
Wow. You know, you have you said enough. I feel like
Like
that
if
is
if
a
if this, if there was a genre for dyslexic, he would be top.
wow. Yeah. Yeah. I have to agree. I have to agree. So with a number 9 pick, like you said, NBA young boy, honestly, at this point, he can be a free agent. He can be traded to anybody. So
Yeah.
if anybody would like to pick him up in the racial draft, we do have NBA young boy on the chopping block. With the number 10 pick, because we could not have this person not be in the top 10
Oh shit.
for the racial draft. Um, I
He's
am
on.
going to trade Kanye West for Kim Kardashian.
This fool
So
voted for himself today.
yes, he fucking did.
As
Um,
a fellow Gemini, I wasn't gonna touch it, but yeah,
here's the thing.
yeah.
You know what? I'm not drunk yet, but I'm going to be. It's going to be a long show, everybody. We're going to break this into like 3, 4 parts. I swear to God, we are. Mr. Kanye West, the reason why you are being traded for Kim Kardashian is because your wife has done more for black people than she's done for you. More importantly,
Mm.
she has done more. Actually, shit, I was gonna be disrespectful and say she has done a few black men, but that's it's the past. Everybody had a whole face. What I'm saying to you now, Kanye, is this. I appreciate what he did, for her father and giving her like the hologram and everything like that. Even though Kim would never do that for Mrs. West, rest in peace. However,
Mm-hmm.
she has freed black people. She has done for black people. Kanye, you gave us albums. I appreciate that. But Kanye, you have to go, man. People say they want the old Kanye. I don't even want him no more. Cause truth be told, them old albums don't hit the same no more. College Dropout, knowing the Kanye I know now, it don't hit the same. It's
Mm-hmm.
like when you try to put on the 12 play album in 2020, some shit just it's gonna make you cringe. And Kanye shit makes me cringe now. I'm at
Mm-hmm.
the point with Kanye where the only person I would want to trade for Kanye is Kim or
Mm.
Amber Rose. And the only reason I would do that is because Amber Rose says that she was disrespected by Kanye. More importantly, we have seen Kanye tweet disrespectfully to his own wife on Twitter. I
Oh
don't know
yeah.
what's wrong with you, Kanye. You were actually going to be my number 4 pick, but I feel like Lil Wayne was a little bit more relevant at the time. More importantly, Lil
Ooh.
Wayne has been fucking with us for a long time. Between remember when Lil Wayne had like normal dreads before
Mm-hmm.
he became like Avril Lavigne of hip hop and shit. Like he wanted to wear like Vans and shit like that. Um, Kanye, this is my dear Kanye letter. For this electoral vote. I appreciate you voting on you and betting on black, but Kanye, you ain't been black for a long time. This is
Ooh.
why Beyonce has basically told Jay to not fuck with you. And you
Mm.
don't go against the queen. Okay, you don't do that. More importantly, when it comes to Kanye, all we wanted was a good album. You showing up to concerts with fucking like, Hellraiser mask on, you're doing 30-minute rants on stage. More importantly, Kanye, we don't like these fucking shoes, man. We don't want these space boots. So everything Kanye West has done since the Watch the Throne album, that has been bad. So I want to toast up to Kanye for his first and final presidential election. I'm hoping that once he loses, because he's going to, that someone just sits Kanye down and says, you know what, Kanye, we just need to stop this now. It was cute. It was fun while it lasted. Kind of like how Kylie Jenner's old face looked. It was cute while it lasted. However, Kanye, you have to stop this shit. It's no longer cute no more. It's not fun. You have beautiful children that look up to you, and I know for a fact I would never want to speak ill of your children. But just think of what you're doing and the legacy you're leaving behind for them. Man. It's really disrespectful. It's really fucked up. In saying that though, you definitely are getting fucking traded for Kim Kardashian. Kim, I appreciate you. You can definitely come to the cookout. You are invited to the cookout. Leave Kanye in the car. He probably has
Mm.
somewhere to be anyway. Just leave him in the car with the engine running. Crack the windows a little bit because he kind of slow. But just Kim,
I
thank you.
I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't mind not hearing from Kanye for a year. I wouldn't
Oh, you
mind
said
Kanye locking himself in the basement for 3 more summers.
yeah.
Like you know, I think time away is very healthy.
Wow. You know what? You're right. You are absolutely right. And actually, let's play these voicemails because I feel like we done pissed somebody off with me talking about Kanye. Somebody should be like, Kanye's the best fucking rapper in the world, and blah blah blah. But here we go.
de Chinakne, le lukne bukle kunakne. Like from what I've nation achame nokne van achame. Shinaku.
Okay.
Definitely
I'm
don't
sure
understand.
that. Um, I'm not even gonna be disrespectful. I said I was going to be respectful as long as people were respectful to us, right? Even though I didn't understand the language, I appreciate the voicemail. However, there wasn't the time for that. Next voicemail.
Kanye's doing more for his family than any other entertainer known right now, for the most part, because Kanye be spitting gems, man. Y'all just don't listen. Y'all gotta do a little more digging on the shit he says.
I
I would love to hear.
Yes, Kanye is doing what all men should be doing for their families, is setting up your generation wealth, right? And Kanye has the money from his followers and people that supported him over decades buying into his product and buying into the hopes of great music to come. But Kanye is still selfishly on this soapbox of wanting the attention, wanting to talk about what he wants to do, but not correcting shit he could have said better, or not saying shit at all because nobody asks you for your point of view. I'm someone
Bingo.
who loves Kanye's art, period, because he's an artist, he's a creative. As a creative, I appreciate it, but I also feel musically, worldwide news, history wise, no one's calling Kanye for his point of view. But I am all for Kanye setting up his family in the best way. I will never stand in the way of any black man setting up his family for generations to come. But we not gonna sit here and say we all agree with everything that comes out of this man's mouth.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Nope.
That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Here's the thing. We once upon a time appreciated Kanye. Shit, I appreciated when McDonald's had the dollar menu. But you know what? Times do change. Um,
I never
the
appreciated
issue, yeah, the issue with Kanye, it's not even Kanye. It's the fact that the same family that he decided that he wanted to be behind and they have his back, they don't have his back. You cannot tell me 7 to 8 grown individuals don't see him telling their personal business, his own personal business, knowing that he has traumas, saying, you know what, I think it would be cool for him to run for president. That is like telling a kid at Walmart, you know what, just go ahead and
you
run
know,
down the aisles and
know
knock
that,
everything off the shelf.
but you know what that is, Greg?
What's
That's
that?
that's we are from a completely different culture. Kanye has a
Mm-hmm.
very strong, big personality that's not phony like the rest of the family. That he's not
Mm-hmm.
trying to put on a persona for anybody. He's just trying to be Kanye, and it's them basically fucking exhausted with trying to go against the grain of Kanye, and it's just like, okay, yes, he wants to do this. Let us look supportive.
Exactly. And trust me, we all, here's the thing, we all at one point, or even now, we want the best for Kanye. The issue is everybody wants the best for Kanye, but Kanye. And it's like a drug addict. No, it's no bullshit. It's like a drug addict. If Kanye just sat down and said once in an interview to his wife, I don't know what they say behind closed doors, but I just want Kanye to just sit down after this election, after all the shit is said and done, whoever wins, I want Kanye to not only go to therapy or something like that, I want him to just say, you know what, for the first time, I want him to say, I miss my mom. If Kanye can sit and say that one time, he hasn't said it once since
But at the same time,
basically since
I feel like even that is none of our business.
that's the
Like we
thing.
don't,
It's none of our business.
we don't know
That's
how
the
he
thing.
thinks, and he does go to a therapist. But again, the therapist's kids be wanting him to listen to their music. So it's kind of like,
Yeah, and that's the thing.
what are we?
We, like I said before, we want the best for Kanye. Kanye wants the best for Kanye, but the thing is, your antics aren't showing that. It's almost, I don't want to say it's manic. It's no longer manic anymore. The shit was like, okay, we got to get Kanye some help, and people were trying. It's like Delonte West. Everybody was getting Delonte West help, but sometimes you just can't change people. Kanye knows what the fuck he's doing. He
Mm.
knows what he does. It's different when you're like completely like void of knowing you're fucking up. Kanye not only knows he's fucking up, he's got the battery in his back now by people who want him to fuck up. The the president of the United States wants Kanye to fuck up. How do you get rid of? He's like, you know what? Black people, Kanye, you're cool with them.
Mm.
I'm sure they listen to your albums. How about you say you're running for president so some idiot will go out there and take the vote that counts and give it to you, knowing that it's like when you ran in high school and like for like president or whatever of your high school, your elementary school, and stuff like that, right? You know it doesn't matter because there's nothing you can change. Kanye is that person who is like he puts his name on the ballot, but you know for a fact you ain't gonna do nothing. If Kanye were president today and got inaugurated on January 2021, it's gonna be a rap concert. Like nobody wants to hear Jesus Walks. We want to know what the fuck you gonna do for the earth, for
But it's
planet,
not.
America.
It's gonna be rain on me.
I don't get it, man. I hope for the best for Kanye. I hope that he gets better as a man, but I just don't. I just want the music. You know how
The
some
cure,
people say shut up.
before we get into
What'd
these
you say?
voicemails, the cure for Kanye is going to be let's not acknowledge Kanye for a little bit.
But
It's
that's
like
the
a
thing. Every time we
give him
every
the
time we
attention.
say we're not, every time we say we're not gonna, we're gonna ignore Kanye, he keep coming out with them ugly ass sneakers. That or he does a fashion show and like we're like, yo, what the fuck? We don't want this shit, Kanye. Like I don't want to look like I got shot. I don't want to look like Ghost from Power because you decided you wanted to put on shirts with holes on them and charge me $320. I don't want that shit. Let's get to these voicemails, man, because I'm getting angry just talking about Kanye, and we got to finish this race draft.
Oh, you bugged out with that Kim get the cookout play. Hell nah.
Shout out to Juice, man. All I'm saying is this: like Kim can definitely come to the cookout. Kanye got to sit in the car. He can, Northwest and the kids they can come too. Even the dog. Chloe can come because her daddy gonna be there. OJ is definitely invited to the cookout, so Chloe can come. Christian, however, Kanye, like he got some explaining to do. And he got to sit in the car. Leave the AC on, leave it running, crack the window. More importantly, give him an iPad because he's going to tweet. So let him tweet while everybody eat. So let's get this next voicemail.
I think anybody who's trying to get into politics is a great thing because honestly, everyone should know about politics. Everyone should get into politics, and we would now start creating some change and maybe move in the right direction. But that's the problem: is too many people are not willing to want to indulge in it because it becomes such a sensitive topic to some people.
I agree to an extent. I agree about knowing politics and understanding politics, but I wouldn't want the guy serving me at Chipotle being my elected official. Like there are certain jobs for certain people, and that's not any disrespect to anybody who works at Chipotle. But what I'm saying is like there are things that lead up to that. You can't just all of a sudden wake up one morning and say, you know what, I Googled all the answers and I know the most. There is no
But
limits pill where you can say
how America picks their people in politics, you can. According to how much money you have, you can. A lot of the rules need to change. Like nobody should be chosen to be part of Supreme Court justice and be grandfathered in for decades. That shouldn't be a thing.
exactly.
It should be something repetitive where let's go ahead and review everything that they said they were going to do and what they've done. And let's go ahead and allow someone else to be voted in. Because if you pick somebody today that has no fucking idea of how to be the best in Supreme Court, and you're going to tell me that they're going to be able to make decisions about my children's children because they're still in that seat and they haven't died yet, it sounds redundant.
Exactly. I have nothing. Shane, you said it perfect. Let's get this next voicemail.
They are witches, bro. They don't give a fuck what Kanye doing. Kanye probably a warlock, low key. These niggas are fucking sadistic, so they don't care, bro. Their mother, Kris Jenner, she set everything up for them to be with those black powerful men. That's just what it is, man. They don't care what he doing. He too powerful.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I feel you about the appreciating Kanye. I still appreciate him to this day because he really like at his level. It's like we all know that every person that gets with a Kardashian, literally, like you feel me, like they change for the worse. You know what I mean? So like right now, this like you feel me, like this is some some like, I'm not like, I don't want to say that there's something wrong with him because I feel like not everyone's there in the mind, but like it's just a lot going on for him. You know what I mean? I feel like that he has and wants better for the people, for people, but like I don't. You feel me? Like I don't feel like he can be a president if that makes sense. Like I feel like he wants a change and he wants to do this stuff, but like can he implement it? Like no, I don't think he can implement it if that makes sense.
No, that makes perfect sense.
Like I wouldn't even mind Kanye say I'm running for mayor. Like, didn't Arnold Schwarzenegger run?
Yep.
Go
Yep.
ahead and
Get
try
to the
that.
chopper.
Like,
I'm all for. Like, here's the thing: if Kanye can show that he wants this and it's not just a plot, then sure. But the thing is, Kanye is a lot like the current president, where he tweaks everything 5 steps before it's supposed to happen, but it's always wrong. He'd be like, "Oh, like I want to say this, I want to do this, I want to say this," and it's like you didn't have to say that. But I'm gonna give Kanye the benefit of the doubt because once this is
have,
all said and done, what you say?
have have you watched The Handmaid's Tale?
I have not.
Oh, I feel like if Kanye got into like president, he would have like the government coordinated like that.
Oh yeah. Oh no. You know, I'm telling you. I'm gonna give you a perfect comparison. If Kanye were to win and become president, it would be like when Kevin Hart was in Soul Plane and he had his own airline. It would
I
just
didn't
be
watch.
like agreed. Yeah, it would. Oh no, you've never seen Soul Plane? Oh my
Nope.
God, you're missing out. So
I
basically, Kevin Hart played Nate. So Kevin Kevin Hart played this old by the name what is it, Nathan Wade, right? So he had won like $1 million, and for some unknown reason, he started an airline, and he started this airline called NWA for Nathan Wade Airlines, right? Started the airline company, and the airline had like all types of wild shit. It had like a bus in the back of it. They were giving people Hennessy and like 40s, as beverages and shit like that. And it was a white family who came on to the ship, not the ship, to the plane, and it was just a whole bunch of just like outrageous like shit that are stereotypes for black people. Kanye is the type to do some shit like that. Kanye be like, hey, you know what? If you elect me president, every pair of Yeezys. Like that's some shit I could see Kanye doing. But let's get this next voicemail.
But how are you literally judging the fact that he can't run for president? That just don't even make sense. We had George Bush as a president, one of the most idiotic people you would ever meet, illiterate. I don't know how the fuck he even made it. I mean, I know how he got to where he got to, but like, I don't know. I would respect Kanye West running before I would ever see like another George Bush run.
Okay, now here's the thing. I agree with that slightly though. Here's the thing. The election is today, November 3rd. On August 11th, it became mathematically impossible for Kanye to get enough electoral votes to win the presidency. And that was announced in July. And Kanye still voted for himself, knowing that his shit wouldn't count.
it's like the epitome of saying I don't care to vote, I don't want to vote, but let me play a game about voting. Look at me.
Yeah, like okay, let me break this down to like for me to make it make sense, right? Like you remember the movie Swordfish, right? The movie with Hugh Jackman, Holly Berry, and all that. So
Yeah.
he was a coder, right? But the thing is, they put a gun to his head and said, "Hey, if you can't code, we're going to kill you." Translate that to Kanye. If somebody said, "Hey, Kanye, you will be the president, but here are the prerequisites," he has none of them. Like absolutely fucking none of them. Like with Bush, he has obviously family legacy. More importantly, he has historically been in politics. You can't just wake up tomorrow morning and say, you know what? The person that I chose to run for president lost. You know what I'm going to do in 2024? I'm going to run. You can't do that because that's not enough history for 4 years. Like honestly, even with Obama, like people were saying, oh well, Obama, he doesn't know enough, blah 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 blah. But they didn't realize he was doing all the work. Like LeBron, think about it. Greatest player of all time, to some people, right? But he does
Mm-hmm.
the work. Kanye hadn't done the work. So we can't go and just say, well, comparisons between Bush and Kanye and this person who is a politician. That's like me going and saying, you know what? I'm just gonna go to a car dealership and start selling cars. I've never sold a fucking car a day in my life. So me just walking in to a fucking auto zone and saying, you know what, I can do this better than y'all. It's like, how? Show me the receipts, nigga. Like you can't. Some shit just does not make sense. So if you do vote for Kanye and you voted for him as a person, I appreciate it. However, your vote really didn't count because according to like Wikipedia, CNN, like he was already disqualified from 5 states. More importantly, July 4th, it was mathematically impossible for him to win. So you might as well have just taken your ballot and say, you know what, I forgot. The dog ate my homework.
Well, this way, just off of how the young people today that actually know Kanye West, may like Kanye West, may buy his product. They don't even show up to the polls, so it doesn't really matter.
Exactly. Like, how many of y'all listen to?
Parents is not putting Kanye West on that ballot.
Yo, like, make your vote. Like, if you appreciate him, like, trust me, I appreciate Kanye West as an artist, and I respect Kanye as a man. However, I'm not playing with my fucking vote. Like, the 3 things I don't play with: pussy. Well, okay, we'll get to that in another subject.
Definitely play with that.
But I don't play with like shit like this. This is important right now. This could be your futures, your future, your family's future, their family's future. Like, there's like consequences to the actions, and you might as well have just put Harambe on your ballot because some shit. You know what? I can't do it. I can't do it. If you voted for Kanye though, I appreciate the fact that you did. He is right now though. Currently, he is on the number 10 slot for the racial draft. I traded Kanye West for Kim Kardashian. So let's just run over these before we get into the voicemail. Actually, you know what? I'll wait until the voicemail.
No, I think he could be president. I think you're looking at this the wrong way. Kanye's policies are actually advent of the new age of politics.
Tell me, Kanye, if you could tell me what Kanye's policies are and how they haven't been transcribed from the person that's in the office, you know what? Please, just go ahead, fact check me. I want somebody to fact check me and tell me what Kanye's campaign is run upon. If somebody can tell me, other than someone from the state of Montana, which is the only place that had like the largest number of turnout for Kanye currently, to please tell me what his stance is. I just need to know. If you could tell me that, we'll be cool. Next voicemail.
Every time we say that, I think the answer is correct. Yeah.
Is that little Pump? That sounds like Lil Pump on our voicemail. Shout out to Lil Pump. You such a fucking hoe. I love it. Can we just talk about that song for a second though? I'm sorry. I know we're supposed to get back into these games, but the song is too fucking good. Have you ever read the lyrics for that song?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I gotta read these. Because the song is so bad that it's good. And to find out that Lil Pump, not only he went to a Trump rally and he was like MAGA 2020, I didn't care about that because I could only find out this song. I was like, I just got to get the lyrics, right? So the lyrics are, "You're such a fucking hoe. I love it." He says that 4 times. Then he says, "Your boyfriend is a dork, McLovin. I just pulled up in a ghost. Fuck that bitch up out in London. Then I fucked up on her cousin or her sister. I don't know nothing." I'm going to leave that there. That person also said, MAGA 2020. You know what? Next voicemail. I can do this for
Oh,
boy. Oh, my God. I don't know who's the worst rapper, Tekashi or Lil Pump.
Both of them.
You know
both of them.
Both of them they're absolute trash. But the thing I can appreciate about Lil Pump, though, is the fact that he actually raps. There are some rappers, these young rappers, that are dope. Like, I feel like Lil Pump is actually a dope rapper.
I don't want to listen to anybody and rap with little in front of their name no more. Like, I'm not 6.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I think that's fair. Well, let's get these voicemails because I think somebody's going to actually come and threaten us or block us because we're talking too much about Kanye.
Yeah. OJ definitely can come. Definitely.
Exactly. Oh, okay. Anybody who didn't hear what we said in the earlier segment, OJ
What you
actually is
said?
Khloe Kardashian.
What you said? Because Khloe
Yeah,
Kardashian don't even look like Khloe Kardashian no more.
Khloe Kardashian don't look like the old. None of the Kardashians look like they did 5 to 10 years ago. I'm telling you, Kim Kardashian looked like Jafar from Aladdin. Khloe Kardashian looked like OJ, her daddy. Shit, Kris Jenner, like she don't. I mean, actually,
Courtney
no,
is
she might
the
be,
one that looks kind of the same.
and that's
Even
because
though she got something done.
yeah. Oh, but that's the thing. She was modest about it when, like, her and the other one. What's the Jenner sister? Not Kylie. What is the other? God
The,
damn it. I can't remember her name. Either way, Kendall. She like they may have gotten some body work done, but the thing is, it looked normal. Like, have you ever like if anybody can find me a photo of Kim Kardashian, like just like maybe like the camera 6 feet away from her, and you can see her entire body from like her head to her feet. She looks like one of them fucking aliens from Men in Black, man. I'm telling you, she's not a human. She's a cyborg. Something's wrong with that shit. But you know what? Next voicemail.
But they created everything from nothing, so everything is basically just made up.
Yeah, yeah, I
mm,
agree. I agree. Trust me, we had an episode that we had done. What was that, last week or 2 weeks ago? Of like with conspiracy theories and stuff like that. I need y'all to go listen to that. Go to She Gets It podcast. Go to listen to it also on Young Black and Bothered podcast. We went for about 2 or 3 hours about that. But let's get to this next voicemail.
I'll take the Yeezys, most deaf.
look.
Yeah. Yo, oh my god, man. Shout out to the Juice, man. Let's get this next voicemail.
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Oh my god.
Okay, so I guess I have to repeat myself because people think it's a fucking game. Server Slam, whoever you are, let me just say this to you. This is a respectful podcast that does not tolerate disrespect. We will not block you, but you will hear voicemails from other people who will absolutely disrespect you for disrespecting us. I'm not the one to disrespect you. I hope that you're having a great day. I hope that everything in your life goes well. However, don't try that shit again. I will reach through your phone and choke you, okay? Don't play with
I,
me. Next voicemail.
I hear you, Craig. But I mean, I heard you mention something about electoral vote, so I'm kind of hung up on like what you mean by people's votes don't matter because, like, in actuality, according to the electoral college, none of our votes matter unless if you're in that
Yeah.
small pool of people that actually elect the next presidential candidate. So, you know, I'm kind of confused on like, cause you know what I mean.
Okay, so
okay.
he does. Oh
This is
boy.
the main discussion and everybody's discussion of people. All right. So I feel like this is my personal feelings that the United States of America wants to give an illusion of if all the citizens vote, they're going to get counted, and that's going to be the deciding factor. It's cute,
Exactly.
okay? But at the same time, if you don't vote and you are of a certain culture or race, and you're showing repeated moments in time of not voting, they're going to completely discount you as whatever you got to say don't matter. So I feel like that's why I'm voting, because I have the
Exactly.
opportunity to vote. I want them to see that I do show up and vote, that I should matter. I should be included in the conversation or in the opportunity. That's why I vote. Now, do
Exactly.
I feel like me putting whoever I put on that motherfucking ballot is going to matter in the count of who actually becomes president? No. I
Exactly.
understand money talks, and there's going to be a room full of wealthy, rich, might have killed a few people to sit in them seats type people that's going to make the final decision on who's going to be the representative of this country. Because the reality is, it doesn't matter who the fuck the president is. The people behind whoever's representing the United States are going to be the deciding factor of what the fuck happens.
Exactly. More importantly, man, to the last voicemail, I appreciate that, man. Basically in every state, the candidate who gets the most votes wins the electoral vote for that state, and then gets like the number of voters in the electoral college. That's what we're saying here. Like we're not saying like Kanye, your boy, like he can't win. Here's the issue though. He has two other people who are currently leading him in larger margins enough for him to not win. This is not the Kevin Costner movie where it's going to come down to a final vote and Kanye can win. It is virtually impossible.
It's not
That's
even.
all we're.
It's this. I would respect and even take a listen to what Kanye wanted to do if he became president or had the opportunity to, if he actually had points and things that he wanted to talk about as far as what he would like to do as president. He never represented or presented that to anybody. He's never been on
Exactly.
the bullhorn saying this is what I want to do. He never put any of his million and billions of dollars that he has towards a campaign of doing something for the people of the United States. So that's why I kind of take it like a grain of salt.
Exactly. And we have a voicemail from Trump one. I'm going to give him an opportunity. I'm not even going to be an asshole because I already know where we're going with this shit. But basically,
My is ready to do
oh,
anything.
it's going to be disrespectful because we know how this shit goes. But basically, my issue isn't with the Trump supporters or anything like that. My issue recently has been with black celebrities who never spoke up until the last 2 to 3 weeks,
Oh.
telling people to not vote. More importantly, like Ice Cube. Like I could talk about him ad
Who
nauseum
said
because
don't vote?
Ice Cube basically, in a roundabout way was saying that our votes don't count. And he went to talk to Trump and he wanted to let everybody know that he went and talked to Trump. And he didn't realize that he was having that work against him because everybody that he talked to, I think he talked to a group of black women. And was it podcast? It had to have been, had to have been some women who would run a podcast. And they had asked him, well, if you wanted information from the black community and the women and just everybody that's black, you could have come to us. And he said, well, you basically, he was telling him, you bring it to me and then I'll take it to him with the ideas. I'm like, when has that ever worked? When is like the black community? Because honestly, anybody who's listening, that's the only community right now I care about in terms of this election. Like when it comes to, I just want to know with Ice Cube how it worked. And Ice Cube, 50 Cent, Lil Wayne, Kanye, whenever they are presented with the question, well, why? Why now? Why do you want and what do you want? They never give you an answer. It's always, well, us blacks need this and we need this. I'm like, yeah, we do. But the thing is, how are you going to help us get it? You stepping in front of us to talk to Trump, but then you don't bring those points up. It doesn't fucking matter. It's like if you like
what he was trying to say is that he wanted to bring whatever plan he had to whoever would listen. And he said nobody from the Biden campaign would listen or even have a sit down or talk with him about it. He said Trump was the one that was willing. But I feel like, and we've seen this, Trump uses black people as look at my African American friend in order to get African Americans to gravitate towards what he's doing. I don't feel like Trump actually gives a fuck about what Ice Cube wants to present to him, whether it's good or it's not good for black people. He just knows the controversy and the get these lights out my face that is going to do for him as far as everybody hate on Ice Cube so I could do my bullshit over here real quick. And I feel like that's
exactly. For me, I agree. I was just of the mind frame. This is how I equate it. Like I feel as though when it comes to like Ice Cube and Trump going to all the black celebrities all of a sudden at the end, it felt as if like the Patriots, right? Remember when they had the cheating and the deflate gate and stuff like that? It's the equivalent of Bill Belichick going to the Bengals locker room and saying, you know what? Like, if you help me out, I'll listen to what you have to say. But the thing is, for a fact he's only there to steal your playbook and to steal your plays. Like the shit is so fucking stupid because people like Ice Cube and I don't like Lil Wayne. He said, what did he say like a couple years ago? He was like, I don't know about Black Lives Matter. My life, my life matters, especially to my bitches. I'm a young black rich nigga. I'm like, Any of that shit makes sense to you, Wayne? Nothing about
Well,
that shit made sense. Oh, you started breaking up.
who's listening to Lil Wayne?
Honestly, we stopped listening to Lil Wayne when he started mumbling. Like, Amelia is one thing, but Lil Wayne literally, he like drunk mumbles, and it's weird, man. It's weird. Um, it's almost as if like fucking Bill Cosby just from the prison cell just decided, you know what? I want to let y'all know that I like frozen pudding pops and I vote for Trump. We're like, wait, where the fuck did that? That's
Pudding
how it.
pop.
That's literally how it felt when I heard that Lil Wayne was standing next to Trump on Twitter and saying, "Hey, I met with Trump and we're gonna get things done." Dude, what the fuck are you going to get? You of all, you can't get Baby to give you money, my nigga. Now you're talking about you got the president of the United States saying, "I'll listen to you." Yeah, he's gonna meet up with you because you know what you are. You are the black friend. You are the hey. I'm cool with what little are you? Are you little Pump? Are you little Wayne? Are you little Zane? Like who? You're a little, right? So cool. You're fine. Just take this photo with me. Every black person that has met with Trump, that has been promised things, and they've gone on Twitter and social media and said, "I met with this president. I met with Trump, and nobody else would meet with me." Here's the thing. Ask them right now, what the fuck did you get? Chrisette Michelle, she got nothing. Ice Cube got nothing. Lil Wayne, it just happened recently, but I can guarantee you this: he received nothing. More importantly, Steve Harvey. Do you remember when he was campaigning for Trump and he was saying he was going to go to the White House and he's gonna demand some things and blah 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 blah? Nothing happened. Absolutely fucking nothing happened. And this isn't to disrespect Trump, Biden. This is not like of that magnitude. Here's my issue though. When I see people that are of my skin color, black people, go and say that the person who we all know ain't done shit for us in 4 years, all of a sudden 2 weeks before an election, they're promising you shit so you can go on social media and lie to the people who actually listen to you. Now I don't want to fucking hear from you.
Like
Like
when your cute boo wants to flip your taxes.
exactly. Like what? Like I'm gonna tell you a funny story that happened this week, right? So remember you and I we were talking about how stereos and then they got the Clubhouse app, right? So me being a dickhead, I say, you know what? I want to get into the Clubhouse app. Let me ask somebody on Twitter if they have the invite. So dude says, "Hey yo, I got the invite." It's like, just DM me, we'll work it out. I'll send you the invite. He was like, all right, he was just like, send me $50, send me $50. And I was like, there's no fucking way I'm sending you $50. So we negotiated prices. I was like, I'll send you like $5. So sent him $5. Do you know he blocked me right after? Didn't get the invite at all. I was like, oh, okay. So I was conned. I fell for the okie doke. Right now, if you listen to Lil Wayne or Ice Cube, you're falling for the okie doke. Because I'm telling you, right now, they're not saying anything. They're just like us. They're watching, trying to figure out what the fuck's going to happen. Because all the promises Trump were to lose, when I'm saying this, I mean this. If he were to lose, what can he give you? Don't take promises from somebody who ain't won the shit yet, or they haven't crossed the finish line. Like it's stupid. It's fucking dumb. Like, what was that? I'm trying to think of like what team was it? Like the Lakers. Like if the Lakers would have gotten eliminated in the first round, and somebody still, as a Lakers fan, Baylor, is like, you know what? The Lakers still gonna win. I don't give a fuck if they lost. Like how? Two things that can't happen. They literally are no longer there, so they can't win. But it's like, you know what? They promised me they were going to win. No, I believe. Well, you know what I believe in? I believe in magic. Ain't never learned a trick in my life, but I do believe in it. But I know for a fact that there's some conning in there. But let's get this next voicemail.
Yo, shut up, you nigger. Go back to
See?
Africa.
See?
Next.
What I tell you? What I tell you? There's always one in every room.
The thing is, for me, I understand what both of you guys are saying, but like for me, for instance, like I just know about electoral college, and I know that in the long run, our votes don't matter. So I just can't get in like the groove of doing something that I know that really isn't gonna do anything. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's for clout. Actually, if you really look at it, it's for clout. You're doing this because you want them to think, you feel me? You want them to give you clout and allow you to have an opinion. Like you can have an opinion without being on either party. You know what I mean? You can you can have your opinion. You know what I mean? Like
That's the thing. You can't have an opinion. Okay. you can't have an opinion if you don't vote. That's just me. Now that might not be factual, but what I say and I will continue to say is you can't tell me you didn't do something and then have a opinion on why we do said things. When people are like, oh, well, I didn't vote, but your vote didn't matter anyway. How? What the fuck? Like, just it's like if you didn't come to school that day, you didn't get the homework. You can't say, well, you didn't have to do. No, I had to do the homework because I showed the fuck up.
Okay,
You didn't show up,
so this is what he's saying. He's saying
Mhm.
that us as citizens voting and seeing the numbers in our vote is just the whole world in the United States seeing the citizens' opinions, but it doesn't really put a dent in anything as far as like who becomes president. Cool. What you're saying is the results of not showing your opinion, but then having an issue with different issues later, they
Exactly.
shouldn't even be able to say shit, which is fine. But this is my thing. Should we go back to only whites are allowed to have a say or have an opinion on matters?
Exactly.
Is that
Exactly.
what people are saying who do not
Pretty
want
much.
their opinion shared or known? And
Pretty much.
that's just a question. I'm not saying that you are, but that's just a question.
Yeah. I need to know too, because the only people that I've ever heard say our vote doesn't count are black people who pander or white people who don't really give a fuck about us or our vote to begin with. And I know I'm generalizing, but what I'm just noticing is over the past 4 years, I've heard that a lot. Our vote don't count. Our vote don't matter. But then, like, things that do matter to us, all of a sudden the shit gets flipped. Like all lives matter, and yeah, they do. But the thing is, you're judging the actual concept of the original message. Like you can't go and say all lives matter and completely like frame something different. It's not the same. So I appreciate what he's saying. The issue is telling you're going to tell that one person that's naive to don't vote because it doesn't count, and that somebody's going to be like, you know what? Yeah, he convinced me enough. It's like a conspiracy theory, if you want to call it. If somebody is convincing enough to tell you that, it's like, okay, cool, I won't vote. But then that same person will go and vote because they're like, you know what, I might as well just do it anyway.
Yeah,
Or they'll go vote.
I understand what you're saying, and at the same time, let me just say this: I've exercised my opinion. Okay,
Mhm.
if me saying I voted irks you or strikes a nerve, I exercise my opinion, and we do know that in America there are a lot of hateful, ignorant motherfuckers that hate the fact that other people have the audacity to share their fucking opinion. We've seen it in videos, we've seen it on TikTok, we've seen it in posts. Like they hate your fucking togetherness. They hate the
Exactly.
fact that you're representing something that they're completely against. And if your opinion really didn't fucking matter, they wouldn't be so upset.
Exactly. This is. I'm gonna just say this. I hope I'm gonna just let him get his word out because he did leave a voicemail. Let me get
No,
that.
that did actually, Greg. When you said that, I understood it because like, it gives me an advantage. You feel me? Because I can just talk shit about both parties. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But like, bro, it's not like what I'm saying is a conspiracy. Like they
Okay.
literally tell you like just because they don't say, "Hey, motherfucker, your vote don't matter," don't mean that your vote don't matter. You feel me? Like,
Yeah, but see, this is what you're not getting, bro. Like when they're saying your vote doesn't matter, they're saying like if there's 50 people in the room and that 49th person doesn't vote, like there were still 49 votes. But the difference is you're saying like your vote doesn't matter. But if you tell that to 50 people and 50 fucking people believe you, that's 50 less votes. So your vote does matter. Your state's electoral college picks a candidate because the majority of the voters in your state choose that candidate. So if your
Put it this
preferred
way.
candidate didn't,
This is
go ahead,
why
go
we
ahead.
have two males running for president who
Mm-hmm.
goddamn damn are fucking grandpas.
Mm-hmm.
So you're basically allowing your grandfather to be elected to make decisions on your life today and going forward when they really cannot relate. So to me, it's kind of like, if you don't even want to motherfucking vote and you feel like it doesn't really motherfucking matter, who are you looking at? Who are you standing behind that is young, that is about what the fuck is happening today in your life, shit that matters when these two fuckheads are dead and gone, that you're
Exactly.
going to pay attention to in politics? Because the thing is, like, we're not going back to kings and queens like I would like it.
Hmm.
We're not
Yeah.
going back to, let's shut down all these motherfucking prisons, and if somebody does any crime, let's just take them outside and chop their heads off, which I would
Hmm.
like. But we're not going back to that. So my thing is, like, moving forward, if you don't give a fuck about who's in office right now or who's running for office, who are you looking at in a political way around your age range or generation moving forward, that you're like, you know what? By the time they go run for office, I'll stand behind that. That's the
Exactly.
problem. Young people aren't looking at nothing but motherfucking music,
Hmm.
shoes, and fucking sports.
Yep. Yep. I'm gonna just say this, and then hopefully, like, we can get into the actual, like, who's winning what state and stuff like that. Because I'm sure people, if you're not watching, you might as well listen with us because we'll, like, try to, like, report on those. But your vote matters to choose the electors. The electors that have been chosen by their party, well, they will be chosen by their party to vote for the candidate, and then the party that wins is chosen by the voters. So your vote matters because if you don't vote, your electors won't matter. And if your electors don't matter, then the person that is running for presidency or office, obviously they won't get it because they won't have the electoral vote. If hopefully I made that kind of, like, clear, but I want to say there's only two states. So I know Nebraska's one, and the second one, what's up there, like, past, like, Rhode Island, Maine. So Nebraska and Maine, two votes follow the state's popular votes, and everybody else is basically divided against the congressional districts. That's how it works. That's how it works. That's how it was explained to me. More importantly, like, you can Google that shit. And not to say you shouldn't vote or you don't have to vote. If you choose to vote, that's on you. Nobody cares who you voted for, at least in this chat right now. We started the show by saying that. We don't care who you voted for. I would just prefer you vote. Because if you do that, you can have a conversation with a person who voted. But to have a conversation with two people who voted and say, well, your vote doesn't count, it's like, but did you? And then if somebody says, well, I did vote. So it's like, wait, so what was the point of you even saying that? If your vote doesn't count, like, you're not doing any good for anybody. You're just talking, and it's stupid. But let's get this next voice.
Right. Okay, I understand what you're saying, Greg, about the electoral vote, right? Boom. But let's talk about the electoral college, you know what I mean? Because you talk a lot about the electoral vote and this and that, but you really don't get in the nitty gritty about the electoral college, you know what I mean? Because you feel me? Like, those are the people that literally choose the vice president, you know what I mean? And I get what you're trying to say. You're saying that they may consider what they're seeing with the electoral vote, but that doesn't matter. You feel me? We seen that in 2016, bro. Like, if they're gonna make their decision based on what's gonna better them and better the other people around them. You feel me? So that's what I'm getting. I'm not trying to be like a weirdo or nothing. Like, I'm understanding what you're saying and what she's saying. I'm just, you know.
I,
Just leave
I
it.
got a headache.
Leave
I,
it.
I, hopefully he left that voicemail before I said what I said. Let's get this next voice. Oh boy, Christ.
Shut your bitch ass up. I'll stop trying you, bitch.
What?
Hey, look, first and foremost, if you sound like you have four teeth in your head because you're like 8 and you're going through your second set, um,
Got things in
don't
your
come in
mouth.
here. Again, I'm just going to keep saying this to y'all. This is a respectful, adult natured conversation. So when I'm speaking, when Shannon's speaking, there will be respect. You can disrespect me if you want. I'll just block you. And then you just feel stupid because you got to go to the next chat, which is cool. But what's going to happen is you're going to be blocked. There are no warnings, but there's also no disrespect. So just know that coming into the room. I hope everybody's having a good evening. Let's get to this next voice.
Fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, nigga, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah, your mama bitch, yeah.
See what I mean? It happens. It happens. This is what happens when you're like 8 years old and your parents give you the ability to have an iPad or a cell phone. It's fucking disgusting.
Suck my dick with some other lips, you bum ass nigga.
What?
Okay. See, I'm telling you, like,
Get my into bed, but y'all
see,
kids up and reckless.
I'm telling you, these little kids need their ass whooped, like, in the worst way possible. Like, I wish he must be bullied. He must be the bully in his like elementary school. But here's the issue though: like, somebody is going to punch you in the fucking face when you're like 14 years old. That's why you will never get no pussy. You're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere in life. You're gonna suck. You're gonna suck. Your life ain't. Yo, you have to be a terrible kid to. God, that's terrible. What is
What
going on
we
with the world, man?
got up next?
Oh my God. So let's get to the. I want to get back to the votes. So we are going back to the race draft because I was having so much fun. I don't want to end. So let's just go over the race draft recap. So with the first pick, we have Stacey Dash being traded for Angela Bassett by Shan. With the number 2 pick, I traded Doja Cat for Jennifer Lopez. Round number 3, we had Shan pick Terry Crews being traded for Robert De Niro. Number 4, I traded Lil Wayne for Travis Kelce. Pick number 5, Shan picked Charles Barkley, and he is getting traded for Yao Ming.
Yes.
Pick number 6, I traded 50 Cent for Eminem. Pick number 7, Lauryn Hill was traded for Tina Marie by Shan. With the 8th pick, the 8th overall pick, I ended up trading Isaiah Washington for Cochette Michelle. With the 9th pick, Shan decided that she's going to go completely off the board, and she said that she is going to leave NBA YoungBoy as a free agent, and anyone can pick him up. She doesn't even want anybody. She just said, you know what? If you give me something, I will take it. And with the number 10 pick in the racial draft, I chose to trade Kanye West for Kim Kardashian. So that is where the voicemails are. We want to know who you would trade in the racial draft. As we're reporting live though on CNN, it's looking like the crucial backgrounds of North Carolina, Ohio, Florida, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Texas, and Virginia are too early to call. I want to say that they said earlier that he had won Texas, right? That Biden had won Texas, but now saying that they don't have. Yeah, they said that he had won it, but obviously NBC is kind of biased. Right now in Florida, I think Trump has 5,600,000 votes. Biden has 5,200,000. Well, I'm sorry, 5,200,000. The electoral votes right now have Biden up 89 to 72. And obviously they need 270 in the electoral map in order to win. Now, we've heard earlier voicemails say that the electoral college doesn't work and the electoral vote doesn't work. It's all about the electoral college, blah, blah, blah. All I know is I just want my next 4 years to be peaceful because 2020 has been an absolute shithole in the worst way. Do you have a take before we get into the next little thing? Okay, so what'd you say?
I should have took an edible.
Yes, you definitely should have taken an edible. Oh my God.
My contacts are drying out.
Your contacts are drying out.
Yeah.
So I guess in election news, if you want to call it that, because it happened in the past 2 days. Lil Wayne's girlfriend denies. I'm sorry, no, her name is Denise. I said denies. That's a drink. I haven't been drinking, everybody. Jesus, I said denies, and her name is Denise. What the fuck is wrong? I gotta put this drink down. So, oh shit. So Lil Wayne's girlfriend breaks up with him after he endorsed Donald Trump. I feel like she is probably the smartest person that he's ever dated. I feel like that was a very smart decision. She's a true gem.
Real black cop.
Yeah, she did justice. I can't believe I called that woman Denise. Her name's Denise.
I like Denise.
What's wrong with me?
What's your name?
Denise
Williams.
Oh my God. Whew. Something wrong with me. Something is wrong with me. Let's play this next voicemail from Flock.
So I have a question for y'all. So after you guys are done looking at the map, this and that, I doubt that we'll know by today, tomorrow, or even this week. But if we do find out who's elected, what if you were looking at this map and Joe Biden was gonna win, and then boom, what happened the last election
Exactly.
term, and then what happened in George Bush? What if that happens again?
And it just happens.
Honestly, if it
How would y'all
happens, it
feel?
happens. Yeah, if it happens,
Then
it happens.
again,
Yeah, I feel like if it happens at that point, obviously we're going to look at it the same way we did in 2016. We're going to be like,
yeah.
yo, like something's not right. Something's
I
not right.
know there's nothing right about American government. We know that.
Yeah,
To
yeah.
me, it's
I'm
kind of
just
I feel just like people who didn't vote or won't vote that they gonna choose who they want to choose. Okay, that's fine. But what I'm telling you is like I exercise my opinion. That is all I can do. I don't
exactly.
have billions of dollars to run a campaign and back the person that I would like to see in office. That's not how my bank account is set up.
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
do it.
So I'm just I'm really confused by actually looking at CNN
Mhm.
because I was under the assumption that most of the polls close. It says the next poll closes in 48 minutes. So obviously this is going to be an all night thing, which I don't mind. I'm actually very like intrigued by it because one thing I did learn from the 2016 election is to actually be more involved in politics and more importantly just follow the trends, the news, and don't just depend on like Apple News to get me the information that I needed to get. So I would advise people, just like our boy had said in the voicemail earlier, to just like know like about electoral college and get the research that you need to get. That way you can have that information. So he was right in regards to electoral colleges having like the ultimate say so. The issue
Mhm.
is you still need to be going and getting that information for yourself. So when you're looking, you're not just looking at, hey, the electoral votes. You can see how far ahead they are. You can see, more importantly, like what states are voting versus which states aren't. So even if it doesn't work out in your favor, you know for a fact in 2024 what needs to be done, what needs to be improved. That's something that's a trend that we've seen since 2016. There were states like Texas and Florida that weren't voting in the magnitudes that they are now in 2020. That's because they saw the trend that had happened in 2016. So some things when it comes to like politics are all about improvement and like analytics. And I feel like I guess like yeah,
Mhm.
damn, damn. Oh, okay, so let me ask a question. Who do you feel like is who you think is better for the environment? Do you feel like Trump is better for the environment or Biden?
Biden, because Trump doesn't even believe in climate change.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
Hey, my G, you're orange, my G.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I have to agree with you. Like honestly, I just completely agree. But I want to ask the people who are listening to this chat right now just a very important question. Why does it seem like people from other countries are so invested in our elections? Like, is there stake in our elections in like other nations, other countries? That's something that I've always asked. I never got like a definitive answer for
Of
because
course
I'll
there is. I would say
think the
there is
stakes are.
because how China um does trades with the US and products and resources has a lot to do with like who's in office and who's signing off on policies. So of course it has
Mm-hmm.
something to do with like who we get in that office. And then other countries are really looking at the United States like, God damn, like
Yeah.
when are the citizens there gonna have enough? Like when are they gonna be like, no, fuck this. This is what we're doing. Because even Canada is looking at us like I interviewed with someone yesterday that had a pregnancy loss foundation, and she was like, I'm in Canada and I know, this is a busy week for the United States. Like she knew all about it.
Mm,
So other places are looking at the US and the citizens like, what are they going to do? Like this is their reality. As if like, are we preparing for war?
yeah.
Like it's madness.
Oh, so I have a listener who is listening while we're doing this on stereo, and they decided to actually type up how the electoral college works for us and even sent a YouTube. I'll put that in the show notes for the show. So they said a candidate needs 207 electoral votes to win the election. Each state gets a certain amount of electors equal to the number of representatives plus two more electors for the state for the two senators. Each state has two senators. The number of representatives is based on state populations determined by the census. The voters determine if the state is blue, red, or independent. They determine this by pure numbers, really, but they play by majority rules. So if 51% of the state votes Republican and 49% of the state votes Democrat, the whole state is Republican. Now, the state sends in their electoral votes based on what party they chose. For example, New York has 29 electoral votes. If they vote Democrat, that's 29 electoral votes to Joe Biden. Whoever gets 270 is elected. Yeah. Wow, when you hear it like that, though, right? Like the whole idea of like 51-49, that's something new to me. I didn't know it was that deep. Cause shit, like, so you basically tell me like Wisconsin, like it's instantly like, you know what, like if they fuck with them, they fuck with them, and ain't really nothing you can do about it. But
Yeah.
let's get this voicemail out the way.
Bro, who winning right now, yo? I need to find out who winning. Fuck,
Well,
man.
yeah. So right now, if you are currently like me and you're drinking your pains away because nothing else is on TV, Biden is up in the electoral map 89 to 72. Obviously, like I said earlier, you need 270 to win. Um, Wild days we're living in. Very wild days we're living in. Very, very wild days. I guess let's break up the politics for a while and let's just talk about something else. Um, I ordered Chipotle for dinner today, right?
Bottle.
Ordered Chipotle. I ordered this shit through the app. Did you know that they charge 25 cents for the burrito on the side now?
I don't eat out much, so no, I did not know that.
Okay. So usually when I eat out, like it's either Chipotle or we go to like a dinner where we order it. I stopped trusting DoorDash when I ended up getting a bag from where did I get? I got it from Nando's. And it was supposed to be one of those tamper-proof bags, but the entire side of the bag was like open. So it's like clearly they went in there and was seeing what we had, right? But Chipotle has always been one of my favorite like quick things to eat. I don't eat fast food often, but Chipotle is like up there. It's like the filet mignon of fast food, if you want to call it that. So I always get like a chicken burrito bowl. Get the chicken burrito bowl, but they charge me 25 cents for this fucking bowl. So I'm trying to figure out why. Why in the fuck am I being charged for something that should be free? It's always been free, but why now? And they said due to COVID, there has been a shortage in burritos. So they're charging 25 cents for the extra burrito. I'm not happy about this. I'm very unamused, and something needs to be changed. I want to speak to the manager. Oh, you're the manager. I want to speak to your manager. That's how I feel about it. Let me see. What I have a lot of. If in the small case Biden and Kamala Harris they win, will Kamala have to wear a pantsuit on inauguration day?
I don't know the rules in their wardrobe. I don't know how that works. I mean, I would want to wear anyway.
I feel like she should just be able to wear the fuck whatever she wants to wear.
I just hate that just because skirts are known to be a woman's thing that people feel like when women dress up, they must wear a skirt. Like, I'm wearing whatever the fuck I want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And mind you, like, I like seeing a woman in pantsuits because it just, I don't want to say it holds like a prestige, but it just looks like really impressive. However, like, I don't feel like if you're the first ever woman vice president, you do whatever the fuck you want. If she came in there with like some sweatpants, so I'm like, hey, you know what? That's my motherfucking VP. I like that shit. I like that. But you saying you are the master of sweatpants according to the Googles and the Twitters and the shits like that. So that is all you.
All right,
Just
so
told me she was.
we doing the sweatpants?
Yeah, I need to know. Let's make this fun. Let's make this fun. We got to make this somehow about the election and politics and shit like that, right? But we're not gonna do it for this segment. I want you to name 5 white men that you would be impressed to see in sweatpants.
Ooh. Bruce Willis. Is Vin Diesel white?
Is Wait, hold on. Is Vin Diesel white? That is, oh my God. Is he white? Wait, has Vin Diesel ever said nigga though?
I
Oh, I
mean,
gotta
you
look that up.
don't have to be
I
not.
don't I think Vin Diesel is white.
Mm.
Hold on. What is his race? Vin Diesel's race. He is English, German, Irish, and Scott. Oh
Oh, he white.
shit.
He white.
He's white. Whew. He
I would
fooled the
like
shit out of me.
but
Yo, I am today's year old when I found out that Vin Diesel is Vin Diesel is there's no fucking way Vin Diesel is white. No, I don't believe this. I'm going to ask I have to ask the Twitter. There's no fucking way Vin Diesel is white.
who else I want to see? I need to start calling this grown ass Benjamin Button. But I would like to see what's his face? What is his face? Come on.
Don't say Robin Thicke.
No,
Drake.
I want to see Robin Thicke. Not even his black wife, ex-wife wants to see him. Angelina Jolie's ex-husband.
Brad Pitt.
Yes, I would like to see him in some sweats. Who else looks like they have a long john in their pants? Lisa Bonet's husband.
Jason Momoa. Okay. Well, no, he's Hawaiian, isn't he? So does that count? Yeah, that has to count. That we're gonna leave it up for now, but you got to give us a replacement because Jason Momoa won't count.
Okay, what's the replacement? White men. I don't know because when I think of white short men, I'm just like, if any of them drop their jaws, I would think the first instinct I would do is laugh. So I can't say anybody short.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness.
I can't think of any other white men that I would want to see.
Well, you got so far. You have Bruce Willis, Vin Diesel, Brad Pitt, and Jason Momoa. Even though you're gonna have to change that Jason Momoa one because I don't think Jason Momoa.
Who's the original James Bond? Him.
He just passed away.
I mean, I can have dead dick. Let me have dead dick.
He's dead. You can rest
I
in
want
peace,
dead dick.
Sean Connery.
Give me that dead dick. Sean Connery.
Sean Connery is dead.
Get
you
that
cannot
dick out
fuck.
See it.
Oh my God, he is. Oh, my, it is too soon. It is too soon. So everybody who is just tuning in, I asked Shan, who are 5 white men who she would enjoy seeing them in sweatpants, and her answers were Bruce Willis, Vin Diesel, Brad Pitt, Jason Momoa, and Sean Connery. Here's the issue: Sean Connery passed away this week, so and I'm sure she had no fucking clue about
week?
That. He died like 2 days ago.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to disrespect, but that dick is still fresh.
No, it is not.
It is still fresh. You know why people bury their people early.
He died yesterday. He died yesterday.
He's just a little cold. Let me breathe on it.
that is she gets it on all social media platforms. Wow. Who's
my next person?
Holy shit. You just said you were attracted to Sean Connery like he did not pass away yesterday.
One of the Wahlburger boys.
You gotta wait. How many of them? I know Mark Wahlberg and the one who runs the burger shop, but I don't know of any. Oh,
is Mark like the semi young one?
I think he is.
Okay, him, because he always seems like I could bring him to the black cookout and he might try to jerk chicken.
Oh my god. Mm-mm. Something is really wrong with you. That Sean
Face might get
Connery
a little,
shit was fucking hilarious.
but I feel like I
I'm
could
so,
get him apple juice to calm it down.
wait, give him apple. Okay, wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute.
You
Wait a
can't
minute.
give no white men sorrow at no Jamaican cookout.
So wait, you're saying apple juice like causes the erection to go down?
No, I'm talking about the jerk chicken. I feel like he would try jerk chicken at the cookouts. Got to give him
Everybody,
something.
again, this is Shan from She Gets It podcast, and wow, her top 5 white men that she wants to see in sweatpants, I have to repeat, are Bruce Willis, Vin Diesel, Brad Pitt, Jason Momoa, and Sean Connery.
That's right.
Sean Connery died yesterday.
God bless that thing.
Rest in peace to Sean Connery. You couldn't pick like who are other famous white men? Who I gotta look this up.
This is just like aesthetically looking at their face and their shoulders and their chest. What I want to see their below swinging in them sweats.
You could have said Robert De Niro. You could have said
I don't want to see
Leonardo
Robert
DiCaprio.
I already know what that looks like. It looks like cauliflower.
Wait, what? Hold on. Wait a fucking minute. First and foremost, how have you seen Robert De Niro's dick, and why does it look like cauliflower?
Because I just imagine it to be like really wrinkly and in its place.
Hold on. What the?
Ooh-wee.
What in the? Hold on. I'm not going to gloss over that. We're definitely going to stay on that topic for a moment because I'm really confused. You just said Robert De Niro has cauliflower dick. What the fuck is like? Now here's the thing: can you have cauliflower dick and not be white? Because cauliflower is technically white, so like it's off white. So technically, so he does have to have a cauliflower dick because it's white, right? So, but
Yeah.
what part of the like? Are you trying to say the head of the dick look like the balls look like cauliflower? So you're not talking about like the entire like head of a cauliflower. You're talking about like
the ball. Yeah.
You just said Robert De Niro has cauliflower dick and his balls look like cauliflower spears.
Yeah.
Everybody, I'm not drunk enough for this. I'm not drunk enough for this yet. Holy shit. So my next question for you was, how are the AKAs going to act if Biden Harris wins?
They're going to be stomping in the wind.
Stomping in.
You know they love to stomp in their pink and green.
Oh shit. That is She Gets It Pod on all social media platforms. I'm going to promote the shit out of that one because Black Twitter is not going to come for me when this episode drops. They are not. I'm just a drunk one asking the question.
AKAs. I don't mind it.
Oh my god. So let's. I'm going to throw out some names for some black celebrities, and I want you to tell me if they support Biden or Trump. Okay? I think this will be a fun game, and I feel like anybody who is in the chat, they might as well do the same thing. Holly Berry.
Biden.
Jada Pinkett.
Biden.
Will Smith.
I don't know. Will Smith strikes me as somebody nice. But I would say Biden because he'll do anything that little woman of his wife tells him to do.
Okay. Jamie Foxx.
Biden.
Denzel Washington.
Biden! That man is black, honey.
Gabrielle Union.
Biden.
Lenny Kravitz.
Biden.
Chris Rock.
Biden.
Janet Jackson.
Biden.
Queen Latifah.
Biden.
Vanessa Williams.
Ooh. Biden.
Exactly.
What did say?
uh,
I haven't ever heard her speak politically about anything.
let's see. Janet Jackson.
We said her. I said Biden.
Oh, Sean Puffy Combs.
He says Biden, but because he has money, and I feel like Trump supporters are very particular about what's going to happen to their money as far as taxes. I feel like a lot of the cultures are with Republican regarding their money finances. It just makes more sense. So I feel like he could be Trump.
Probably. Cuba Gooding Jr.
Didn't he get arrested for
That's what I said. I had to throw my thing.
I feel like he cusses like a black man, so I'm gonna say Biden.
Okay. Pharrell Williams.
Biden, because he's focused on happy, and there's nothing happy about Trump.
Yeah. Forrest Whitaker.
Listen, I think Forrest Whitaker will be for Biden, but that I don't trust.
Hey, yo, something wrong with you. Like, oh shit. Let me see. Danny Glover.
Ooh, the one with the chest out, or the one that looked like Feely Man?
Oh my god.
Which
I'm
one?
gonna say with the chest out. I'm gonna say with the chest out.
I'm going to say Biden because I don't know how you can make wrong and be for Trump at the same time, because it'll be contradicting.
I was going to say Trump. I felt like Danny Glover might be the one on that list, but we still got more. I just said Trump, you said Biden, so we have a little bit of a divide there. Raven Simone.
She's
Yeah,
such a
yeah.
question mark. I would say she's one of those people that's I'm not voting. I feel like she's that type of person.
Yeah, she's definitely that type of person. Let me see who else we got. How about Drake? Who do you think Drake would endorse, Biden or Trump?
I think in reality Trump, but for his popularity to get more fans and stuff, I think he would say Biden.
Okay. Tyra Banks.
Ooh. I don't know. I think Trump.
I said the same thing. Ooh, this one's gonna be a tough one. Tom Joyner.
Oh, 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 it's time for the morning show. I feel like Biden, because I feel like instead of like Swiss Miss in his kitchen, he has like cocoa.
Oh my god. Something is really wrong with you. Oh my god.
He just gives me very like, don't touch my fine chinas in the living room.
Holy shit. Um, this one actually might be the wild card here. The Maori sisters, the twins, Tia and Tamara. Who votes for who?
The one that's really cheeky votes for
Mm-hmm.
Trump, and then the one with her fine ass black husband, she votes for Biden. That man is a fucking.
Okay. All right. I, I think
I
right
would
now we
sniff
can
his
tell.
aisle any day. Okay.
Oh my lord. Oh my. See, this is why we can't have good things. We can't have good things because Shan decides she wants to.
You ever smell somebody in the store and then you let them go down the section and you go down it just to sniff their essence?
No, that's
Oh,
stalking.
oh
Holy
man.
shit. Oh boy. Fuck. Yo, let's get
Oh,
this next voicemail.
Hi, please don't skip. I know I'm young. I sound young. But do you guys have any advice on bullying? Because I'm getting bullied by like 3 kids right now. And they're threatening me to beat me up at school tomorrow. And I'm kind of scared. So do you guys have any advice?
Whew. Wow.
come on, Daddy Greg.
Fuck. Damn, I'm getting bullied in school. Okay, I guess this is a safe space, right? Number one, do not steal your parents' guns and take them to school. There's no good outcome to that. So I know that's dark, but yeah, just don't do that. It's not a good idea. I would say, damn, that's a tough one. It all depends. First, I want you to talk to your parents first. I think you should go and you talk to your mother, talk to your father, specifically talk to your mother first. Us dads were kind of like territorial, so if you go and you tell us something like that, our initial reaction is to, hey, go hit them back, go fight and stuff like that. Go talk to someone with some sense. Talk to your mom, see how she feels about it. If she says, she'll address it at the school, I would let her address it at the school first. If the bullying continues, then it's a situation where you have to defend yourself with your hands, aka learning to fight. I want you to learn to fight with your fist. No weapons, you know, no foreign objects, rather. Like, don't bring brass knuckles, anything like that. Go to school, talk to your principal, and say, hey, these kids are bullying me. Your friends or the people who are like bullying you, they're going to say, hey, well, he tattletale. Hey, but trust me, so did Ti. I want you to just be safe. If you do have to fight them, though, you always aim for the nuts. There's nothing worse than getting hit in your dick with the fist. You don't want that to happen. So, little kid who was in this chat, I shouldn't even be talking to you because this is an adult space. But if you have to fight someone, you hit them in the nuts with your fist or with your feet. Just kick them in the dick. So let's get this next voice.
Biden 2020, boys. Biden 2020.
Oh, there's all the
Okay,
kids on.
there's kids on here now. Like, all I need is like for like kids about to come in and like play like animated
I
theme
love
music in the
Kids Bop.
background.
Kids Bop. 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 I liked it.
So now here's the thing. I told myself before we had the baby that I would absolutely never watch or listen to any kids bop like cartoon type of stuff. And then I got caught up. So I was like pre-doing
There's
our
like.
XM radio, and no, we were in the car, and XM radio, like they give you the little trial or whatever, right? So I fell in love with the kids bop channel because I put the baby in the seat and we were just driving around. I was like, I don't want her hearing all this cursing, right? I put on the kids bop shit and I was like, yo, how did they make certain songs sound good? Like what was the song that Drake did, the Kiki Do You Love Me? Like that shit was fire. I was like, yo, some 8-year-old right now is rapping this shit and it flames. Flames. If I was
Me
8 and I couldn't
Bop.
listen to like
I'm in the car with Anya and she's like, what is he saying? Ash, ash, ash everywhere? I said, no, ass, ass, ass everywhere.
mm-hmm.
Like, geez.
Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Now, when is a good time to actually let your kids listen to like the unedited versions of music?
Okay, this is my method. I feel like I don't want my kids to ever feel like they need to hide something from me.
Mm-hmm.
So um, I allow them to hear words because that's what they are, they're words. Now, the meanings behind the words, some of them are inappropriate, and I want to tell them why they're inappropriate, but I also don't want them to be lost in conversation that's being had in front of their face. Like, I want them to pick up on someone dismissing them while in front of them, but acting like they like them or acting like they have their best interest. I want them to pick up on words. So I allow
Exactly.
them to hear certain words, not because, oh, I let my kids cuss or I want my kids to cuss. It's more so like I want my kids to be aware of someone saying something derogatory about you in front of you, and because you're young you don't know the difference. I want them to know.
Exactly.
So
Mm.
you
Yeah.
know, we
Damn.
not the Wu-Tang every day, but I let them know
Hey,
what's
like I hear that. Let's see. What's this next voicemail? As long as this is not some toddler on here. Let's
I
see.
feel like if you're gonna get bullied, just tell the bullies that you have COVID.
Damn.
I don't
You
think
know
the bully
what?
about that, but what I would do as a black mom, either I come up there and you point them out to me and I'll
Mm-hmm.
handle, and then you'll just be looked at like he actually had his mom come up here X, Y, and Z because I'm that
Yeah.
crazy. Or when they come to confront you, just yell really loud. I didn't tell them what y'all did in Truth or Dare when I saw
Mm-hmm.
y'all. I didn't tell anybody. And just have them look stupid.
Yeah.
Because
Oh
the
no.
worst bullies don't like is being embarrassed.
Oh yeah. Like,
But
here's the thing. Like, I've always said whenever I had kids, like if my kids got bullied, I would just fight the kid, like straight up. Like, at that point, it's just gonna be me and you, and then I'm gonna have to fight your parents too because they're gonna be mad. But as a parent, if you know you are raising a bully, you should just let your kid be the adult in that situation. Like, if you know your kid is beating up kids and the school is saying, hey, your kid is bad as shit, like, you shouldn't be mad that a parent came to the defense of their kid because you would do the same thing, right? So if, little Johnny is saying, hey, like, Greg came to school and beat me up, I'm like, the parents should be like, "Hey, man, you kind of bad as shit. So why not? Like, it's cool. Like, take your lumps. Like,
take your
I
lump.
just think that,
I just
yeah,
asked me this too. She said, "Did you have a bully in school?" And I was like, I mean, this was just like one big mannish size girl in like high school where like, if you put money in the vending machine and your shit got stuck, she would
mm-hmm,
basically shake it because I couldn't shake it, and she would like try to take my stuff. And I just kept like confronting her every time she would try to take my stuff until she just got tired of it because saw that it wasn't getting anywhere. But my thing is like bullies only bully who they think won't respond or do anything back. Do something back a couple of times, and I promise you they'll be on to somebody else.
yeah. Like, the thing some people say is like, oh, if they bully you, they must like you. Like, if that's the case, you got to use that shit to your advantage. Like, if you know that person is bullying you because they like you or some shit like that, you have to do shit intentional. Like, just walk up to them and like have a boyfriend or girlfriend, something like that, and then just like walk up to them and just say, yeah, I know you want this. Like, just go and like fuck with them mentally. Or if they are that bully and they can't read good, like in the middle of the class, right? Say if the teacher says, hey, Johnny, read, this, and they read
I
that passage and they can't get through it. Oh, you got to act like a complete asshole. You got to say some shit that will literally fuck with them. And like in the middle of them reading and they're stuttering, just be like, you dumb motherfucker. Like, shit like that will literally I'm telling you, you will never get bullied again if you embarrass the kid in class and say, you dumb motherfucker. Once you do that, oh, that's the end of you being bullied. They might buy you lunch that day. Because most bullies are just assholes because there's some shit going on at home. That's why we have all them fucking serial killer movies. Think about it. Every serial killer that you've ever thought about in like those movies, Michael Myers, bullied. Freddy Krueger, bullied. Hellraiser, bullied. I mean, I think the only one that was a serial killer that wasn't bullied was Chucky, but then he's a fucking doll, right? But every single person I can think of that was like a killer in a movie was bullied at some point. They don't make the movies for no reason. But the only way to get rid of a bully early is to combat them. Like, say something that's gonna fuck them up mentally. Don't go and try to do the nice role shit like, oh yeah, well, you know, I want to be your friend. I don't want you to bully me, because the thing is, then you're just gonna be their friend that they bully. You gotta check them immediately. So, do we have any other voicemails? Let me see if we got one more. We do.
Nigga, is you being for real about fighting a little kid, bro? What?
So he did. Yes, yeah, I'm absolutely thrilled about that. Here's the issue. As somebody who is a new parent, the one thing I don't want to happen to my kid is them coming home and they have like a bloody lip, and they're saying that they're getting bullied and things like that. Because it's like, what do you do as a parent? Do you go to the school? And most parents do. They say, I went to the school, I talked to the kids, I talked to the parents, and the principal will say, well, if it happens again, here's the thing. I'm on a one strike rule when it comes to my kid. My mom taught me that. So I'll tell a funny story of what happened. So my sister and I, we went to the playground, and a little boy that had a crush on my sister, what he did was he pushed her face first down a slide. And it was one of those old school metal slides that are like really sharp at the end. And she ended up getting a mark. I think it was like a mark on her arm or something like that. So what my mom did was she took the little boy up to the slide and pushed him down the same way. So both my sister and the little boy both had to go get stitches in the same spot that day. The little boy learned that, hey, use your words. Don't go and do things intentionally because you feel as though like, hey, you like her. So the way to show that you like her is to go and push her off a fucking slide. There are a lot of men.
Today
Oh,
is not let's deal with this in a lifelike manner. It's I'm pressing charges. I'm doing this, and it's kind of like these kids don't learn the lessons that they need to learn physically that are going to shape them. There's always someone enabling their behavior, because the way that schools are set up for bullies is they don't address it the first time. They allow several times to happen before something is addressed. But once you take it upon yourself to address some shit, now you in a courtroom instead of a principal's office.
Oh, but here's the thing. I can handle the courtroom. When shit like that happens, if you have to go to court, you tell them this. There are plenty of bullies in schools that end up being they bully a kid and that kid ends up going and shooting up the entire fucking school. I don't want my kid shooting up their school. I don't want them going to their school and hurting people who are innocent because one person decided that they wanted to bully them for 6 months. The school's not going to do shit. Their parents aren't going to do shit. And the teacher doesn't really want to be involved in it, and she shouldn't be. I feel like teachers can only do their job, which is teach. Yeah, they're supposed to be mediators. Yeah, like I've heard some horror stories about cues like kids that he teaches and stuff like that, and how they'll try to fight him. And I was like, yo, I wish I would not be. Some jobs aren't for me. Like customer service, that's not a job I can do. I'm all for customer service. However, you're not going to talk to me crazy. So that's number one. Number two, I could not be in a position where I have to come into somebody's home or like do some like tech type of stuff like IT, because you're not going to be stupid on purpose. You're not going to be like, I locked my iPhone password, I forgot it, and it's on you. I'm like, wait, what the fuck? This is you. Like, some things are just common sense to me. And number three is obviously like the teaching job. I feel like teaching is one of those jobs where you have to have patience. I have patience, but only when I have patience, if that makes sense. Like, if I had a good day, you're going to know I had a good day. But teachers never look like they have a good day. I don't want that day. I don't want that week. Like, if a kid tells me that, or if a parent rather tells me that a little boy ran up on a girl that he had a crush on and like pushed her down a slide, or decided that he wanted to hit her to show that he liked her, like my instinct as a father comes in, and I'm going to want to punch the kid. Because I'm like, oh, you don't want that shit to happen to you, so why would you want to do it to somebody else? And I'm raising a little girl. I want her to know, like, hey, if some little boy punches you, I don't care how much he says he likes you, punch the little motherfucker back. Because if you don't, then I gotta go to the school. And when I go to the school, it's not gonna be pretty. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to the classroom. I'm not stopping at the principal's office. I'm not stopping to talk to the teacher. I'm going to come to the classroom. I'm going to sit in that day and I'm going to say, sweetie, which one of these little boys is it? And she's going to say it's him. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, what did he do to you? Did he grab your arm? Did he push you down? If she says yes, he's getting the same reaction. And that's something that I don't want to instill in people. That's just my method. I don't go out here spanking kids and beating kids and shit like that, but you're not going to hurt mine. You're not going to hurt Shan's kids. These are my pod children. So if I hear somebody, I'm on a flight to Georgia. You hear me?
Listen,
Like I need that.
I know which one of my kids are gonna be the one getting beat up. I know which one is not.
Mm.
Because some kids are just like hella sensitive, hella soft, and they just will not defend themselves no matter how much you hit them or pick on them. They're going to come tell you. And it's going to get to a point where I'm just going to be like, girl, if you don't fight, I can't do nothing for you. Because I never fought in school, but I will drag and beat your ass once we get off this bus. Like, that was me. So for me, I know one of my kids is a fighter. Like, I'm not going to need no explanation. I just need you to say her name. I'm on my way. And I know the other one is going to be like, how bad is it? Do I need to take it to the house? Like, I know which one it's going to be.
Yeah. But I guess the moral of the story is like you parent how you parent, but as a kid, if you are a kid that's being bullied, like I know the commercials are doing this like anti-bullying campaign, and they're telling you if you're being bullied, like go through the proper channels. I'm like, this is not HR here. Like we can't handle all situations how we would in like the chain of command at work. This is school, and kids are literally getting beat the fuck up. When I say beat up, there are little boys beating up girls. Like, especially in the climate we've been in for the past 4 years. Just imagine, like, one of our daughters going to a school and one of the white kids who's been raised by a racist, like, family has decided, hey, well, that little black girl in your class, like, you should go and put gum in her hair, or you should cut her hair because her hair's too long. And they go to school and they do that shit because that's something that's learned behavior from home. You know what's learned behavior in my home? Somebody put their hands on you, you beat their fucking ass. And it's just law at that point for me. Like, I've heard of people say, hey, don't come in my house after you gotten jumped or you got in a fight and you didn't go back to whoop their ass. I'm not that household. I'm the household that is, if I got to go with you to go get it done, then we're going to go get that shit done, period. And especially raising a little girl, like there's certain things that a little girl can't do in terms of like another girl or another boy. Like, I want to raise her to be a lady, but at the same time, just know, like, you might have to throw hands. This doesn't mean whenever you're trying to settle a difference, you have to fight. Sometimes your words are the better action to have. However, if somebody comes up to you and punches you in the face, ain't no more talking. Swing. So that little guy that, decided to leave that voicemail, if you are being bullied, like 3 strikes. The first time, shame on me. Second time, shame on you. The third time, whoop they ass. Fight them. Like, somebody's absolutely going to hate and leave this voicemail and say, oh, that's wrong, Greg. Don't tell them that. I'm telling them that. Because the only way you can defend yourself is to actually defend yourself. Going and running to mommy and daddy, like, it's not going to always work. And more importantly, a lot of kids have been in a position where it's too late to do that shit. They've been bullied to the point where they come home and they slit their wrists. They go and they try to like kill themselves because they're bullied. Like, you have to teach your children to like not only defend themselves when you're around, but to defend themselves when you aren't. And the best way to do that is to tell them, hey, if you fuck with me, I'm going to whoop your ass.
Yeah.
Let's get these voicemails up.
Yeah, facts. Every person like some crazy person like that was bullied, but I also feel like they were influenced by the movies, games, and just TV. Like, you feel me? And then on top of that, they're battling like mental problems. You know what I mean? Cause like, bro, like, I don't understand how someone can get bullied. Like, I've gone to school and seen people get bullied all the time, and they didn't. You feel me? They didn't show up to school. They didn't do this. They didn't do that. You know, that's what I'm saying. It's a select few that actually
Mm-hmm.
attempt to follow through with that act or do follow through with that act. And I feel like those are the people that were bullied, pushed to the limit, and do suffer like a few mental problems.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I absolutely agree. Like he said, like you do get pushed to the edge, but for me, not to like discredit that, like I just don't ever want it to get to that point where my child, the only child I can control is my own. I don't want it to get to that point with mine where they go and do that. Like there is like a way of going about things, and that's a conversation I have to have with them. A lot of parents aren't willing to have that approach because the parents have that approach. They're like, hey, hey, sometimes you're just gonna have to air some shit out. It's like, wait, what the fuck? Like that some shit just doesn't work out, and you don't want that to happen. That's why you have school shootings and things like that. And when you see like those school shootings, whenever they end up arresting instead of killing that person who did it, and they give them like a questionnaire, it's like, so why'd you do it? It's always like, well, I was mistreated and blah blah blah. But it's like, but did you confront the problem? More importantly, were you able to go to the proper channels? And usually the answer is yes. I'm not like condoning the fact that they did the behavior they did. What I'm saying though is if you're bullied or you are being bullied by someone, you don't have the proper channels you can go to because they just instantly think, well, it'll go away if we have a talk with that person, or it'll go away because we've discussed it with them and they said they would never do it again. Trust me, there are grown men who beat their wives, beat their spouses, and the like operative term for them is, I'll never do it again. I'm sorry. I apologize. And
Hmm.
nobody want to hear that shit. Like after the third time, I gotta share this story, Shay. I'm sorry. So basically, like my mom, once upon a time, she was like dating a guy, and he would put his hands on her. So me, I'm like, Mom, how can I defend you as your son? But I'm young, I don't know these things, right? So the first time he beat on her, she did the crying dance, like, oh, I'm crying, I'm sorry. She's apologizing to him because she thought she did something wrong to him to get that behavior from him. The second
A
time this
lot
shit
of people
happened,
feel like that, and that's
yeah,
unfortunate.
yeah. So the second time it happened, she was like, wait a minute. We talked, you said this wouldn't happen, and you're doing it again. So he did it again, and he wasn't like a drunk or anything like that. It was just something he knew because he didn't know how to express his emotions as a man other than to lash out with his hands. And the thing is, he was one of those street dudes who felt like the only way he defended himself was by fighting. But this is a woman here. So not only have you done this once, this is the second time you did this shit. So the second time she did it, the second time he did it, she sat down and she's telling me about it. And it's the first time I've ever had to have like a grown man conversation with an adult as a child. And that's the one thing I regret to like my dying day. I'm like, yo, like I had to have a talk with my mother about her getting beat by a man that wasn't my father, for one, and two, like there was no consequence for his actions, right? So time number three happened. And at this point, my mom, she was taking like the self-defense class and stuff like that, but she was like, oh no, we got to go one step above. So she went and got one of the police billy clubs and she got her
Oh,
gun. So the third time, she pulled out the gun on his ass, and then all of a sudden it was, hey, no, I'm sorry for real, I'm not trying to lose my life. And it shouldn't get to that point where you literally have to pull out a gun on a person to let them know, yo, like to stop fucking with me. And I'm trying to relate that to like people going to school and shooting up. Like it shouldn't go to that extent because some people, they know better. They just choose not to take that route. And you know, for me, like I've always felt like when I see bullies, it's usually like the men that bully women, but there are women bullies. My issue is I've personally never seen that, and if I have, or I'm not just like seeing it like for like face value. It's usually a little girl bullying another girl. It's like,
yeah,
okay, wait, like you don't like that girl because she's not a part of your crew, or she stands alone because honestly, she might want friends. She just doesn't know how to approach being friends with you, or she just might not like you like that. Not everybody's supposed to like you. So for like a little girl, for example, I'll use my daughter as an example. If she were to tell me, hey, a girl bullied me at school, I can't go and say the same shit I said 15 minutes ago about me trying to fight a little girl. I'm like, no,
hmm
like
you could tell
I'm
her
going to
mom.
tell her, yeah, I'm gonna tell her mom. I'm like, oh, like you might have to go there and throw hands with not the mom. Don't throw hands with the girl. go and throw hands with the little girl. But because see, if I put my hands on a little girl, then I look like I did that intentionally, and then people are like, oh, we gotta arrest him now.
Yeah.
But at some point, you also know as a parent, like there are certain channels and there are certain people that you can't reach. If you know your kid is being bullied, like you'll know immediately if that school or that place that it's happening at, if they actually care, because they would have handled it before you got there. And you would know because when your child got home, even though they would tell you the story, they would feel better about telling you the situation. However, I've seen way too many situations where the kid literally doesn't tell you, the school tells you first, but they try to clean it up real nice. Like Hughes told me how that shit works, how to be like the school will call and say, hey, your kid got into an altercation. No, my kid didn't get into an altercation. They were fucking bullied. Like a kid would put gum in their hair or something like that. That's not an altercation. That kid did that shit intentionally. So I wanted to like highlight this movie that I was watching. So this movie is like a Jason Statham movie. It's called Homefront, right? So the plot basically was this guy, Jason Statham, right? So he has a daughter that he lives with. The wife died like a few years before they had moved. So they moved to the small town because he actually was a retired DEA agent, right? So he moved to Louisiana, and basically his daughter goes to school, to this new school that they're, I guess in this new town. She goes to the school and she's instantly bullied by this little boy. But the issue is her father's like a DEA agent, so he was teaching her basically her whole life to defend herself and to fight back. So the bully, goes to the school and he's bullying her, but the thing is, she fights back. So she fights back and she whoops his ass. And she gets in trouble for defending herself. So the school called him, the father, and was like, wait, why did this happen? Like, why is she beating him up? And she's like, no, like, I'm defending myself because that's what he was doing. And the whole movie spirals because of the fact that the kid that was a bully, he goes and tells his parents to lie. Like, no, I wasn't bullying her. She hit me first and blah, 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 blah. Now the parents are at odds with each other. And it takes this whole movie and changes the entire dynamic to the point where he has to go kill people. I'm like, yo, like this is wild. So I guess it's funny how like we started talking about like bullying and stuff like that. But if you want to see a movie that's really good, Homefront, that movie, it touches on it so much. And that's how I would actually interact if somebody were to hit my daughter or to bully my daughter. I wouldn't shoot them or the parents. I would just say my kid is going to whoop your ass. That's why right now my kid is what, 3 months old. She watches UFC on Saturdays. She don't know what it means right now, but when she turns like 4 or 5 and she's trying to figure out how to break people's legs, I'm letting you know, you bully my kid, she gonna fuck you up. So let's get this voicemail though.
Yeah, I understand what both of y'all saying. Like, basically, the moral of the story is that when you're doing stuff like that, when you're bullying, you're not realizing what you're doing to others, like the pain you're inflicting. But like, realistically speaking, if you handle it like that, you know what I mean? Like, if you take matters in your own hand, you're an adult, and that's a child, and like, come on now, bro, that's not about the. Cause then whatever you do, even if you just like grab the kid and take them to the parent, you feel me? And what if you're the parent and you see someone grabbing your kid, like, like, take your kid, you like, what the fuck? Like, take your hand off my kid, you know what I mean? Like, bro, like, it's gonna motherfucking result into gunplay at that point. Like, I don't think it's gonna be pressing no charges. I think it's gonna be violence at that point, bro. Like,
Okay, I agree with you to an extent. I'm gonna just go and say this: you are a parent. Your kid comes to you and says, "This person is bullying me," like the little boy earlier. Kids are bullying me. I don't know what to do. They come to you as a parent. They confide in you as a parent. You do what you're supposed to do initially is you talk to the teacher. The teacher says, well, we saw it happen, but, we can do the counseling thing. We can do the one-on-one thing. Cool. You do the counseling thing. It continues. So then you escalate it to the principal of the school. That shit happens. At this point, if you're doing the counseling and doing all those proper channels, 9 times out of 10, the parents of the person who has been bullying has been notified as well. There's just no corrected behavior at that point. So I am of the rule, if you won't correct your kid, I will. And I don't apologize for it, and I never will apologize for it, because there are parents who feel like their kid is the perfect child and they never see it actually happen. So since they didn't see it happen, it never happened. Even though the school, the principal, the teachers, the students, and a kid who has visible marks saying they did this to me, as long as the kid says, oh, I didn't do that, they believe them, At some point, if you're not going to parent, I have to do it for you. And it sounds really fucked up, but it's the truth, man. It's just the honest to God truth. I would
But
much rather protect my kid. Oh, go ahead.
yeah, sometimes the kids act like that, and
Mm-hmm.
then you as a parent, as an adult, you want to go to their parent as an adult, and their parents, they don't parent, they shrug, they don't give a fuck, and then that's where you're left. How do I protect and defend my kid?
Mm-hmm.
Because the reason why most kids act out like that is because they want someone to care about them to the point where they discipline them. And the reason why they got that far to where they're just out here causing motherfucking menace ruckus is because they're screaming for attention, for someone to give a fuck about why they're acting away and what they need. And so the way that they have this temper tantrum is uh just annoying and getting on another child's nerves, and bringing
Mm-hmm.
all this shit to them because they're fucking miserable. Miserable
Yeah.
people want more people to be miserable. That's what they want.
Yeah. And for me, I'm not here to parent your kid. I'm not a therapist for your kid. If your kid has trauma that they're laying on my child that I didn't give that child, your child needs to answer for that. And you, as a parent, need to answer for that. The issue is if you, as their parent, don't answer for it, your kid's going to answer to it. So even though I might not have to put my hands on your kid, I will definitely allow my child to put their hands on you while I'm standing right there. Because then I want your child to see exactly how they have impacted my child. So yeah, I will go to your classroom and do the same thing I said I was going to do earlier. I will go to the class and say, "Hey, did he hit you? Did he touch you?" And if it happens, I want the teacher to be there. I want his classmates to be there and say, "Do the same thing he did to you, to him, and see how it feels." Because
Mm.
at that point, not only is he embarrassed, he or she is embarrassed because I got to be fair, but certain things you shouldn't do as a child. I don't want to keep giving people, giving children bail because, like I said before, it's learned behavior. And you, as their parent, you shouldn't be, oh, well, it's going to result into gunplay, blah, blah, blah. You know your kid's a fuck up. You know your kid is going out here bullying kids to the point where the school is calling you and saying, come get your badass kid. That's why there are a lot of people that are right now during COVID just realizing that their kids are fucking problem kids, like problem childs. Like
Mm.
you haven't had to live with your kid for 7.5 hours a day. That's why you send them to fucking school. You're sitting there like, yo, like I get a break. Oh my God. Like that, you
Yeah.
knew that kid was bad. Now you're stuck with them for 8 months and you're trying to figure out, well, damn, were the teachers right? Yes, the teachers were right because your kid is the reason. They are the asshole. Like, that segment we do on the show, like, am I the asshole? Yes, your kid is the asshole. Like,
Mhm.
I'm not saying beat a kid, I'm not saying whoop a kid or punish a kid, but take things away from them that make them a detriment to the
Or
classroom. Like you
or
can,
stop living with a roommate as a child. Like there's a
yeah,
lot of people don't even know what their kids' room look like, what they do in their room, what they do with that door shut. I'm never going to be like,
exactly,
I'm always going to know.
yeah. But that's the thing. Like when I see like the kids or the teenagers, because I don't want to keep saying kids, but when I see the teenagers and obviously the kids that do things like they shoot up their schools and stuff like that, a lot of them come from privileged backgrounds. I'm not even making this a race thing because I don't want to make it a race thing. But I will say they come from like a lot of privilege. They're like, oh well, my parents they owned a gun range, or my parents had 28 guns. It's like, okay, they knew exactly what they wanted to do because that's shit that they've seen. However, if you as a parent tell your kid, hey, here are the consequences for your actions, 9 times out of 10, actually, I ain't gonna say 9 out of 10, but like 7 out of 10 times, they're not going to choose that action because you've already displayed to them the consequences of it. But when you don't have those talks with your children, the result is the behavior they give to when you're not around. That's why I see a lot of parents, they don't know their children. They're like, oh, like right now, we were talking about the COVID thing. A lot of people just started to learn exactly who the fuck their kid is.
Hmm.
They're like, well, damn, like, so this is you all day long. So when you're in a classroom, this is how you act. This is why when you're sitting there at the desk and you're trying to, do your lessons, you don't want to study. That's something the teacher was telling you, but you didn't want to hear. Now that you are now the parent and the teacher, you're learning these things. You're seeing these things, but
Mm.
it's not even just the classroom. It's not like even in the classroom behavior. Like at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, whenever kids get out these days, like that certain shit that you see translates to like social media. That's why you have people that are our age, saying like that are fucking bullies on the internet. You're
Mm.
like, damn, like you cannot always be this fucking mean. But you know, a lot of the people that are on social media that are mean is because they have no fucking people skills or they don't go out. Like a lot of people, I just want to say on Twitter, I'm like, yo, is everything okay? Because you know there's something wrong. There's a trauma there that they don't want to talk about. So what they do is they just get on Twitter and talk shit to people. Like right now, there's probably a troll in our voicemails right now who is talking cash shit to us. Well, fuck niggers, fuck black people, Trump 2020, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yo, is everything okay? I guarantee if you just ask somebody who is just like having a really shitty day, if they just been like mean to everybody in the world and the world ain't shit, they want to do this and this. If you just ask them, yo, like, is everything okay? Like, what's wrong? They'll probably break down in tears because they've been holding all that pent up aggression, and they wanted one person to ask them because they're not getting that shit at home. So I guess to leave that to the voicemail we were talking about before, like, yes, sometimes like as a parent to my daughter, if I have to go and approach a kid, and if I have to ask them, hey, is everything okay? If I have to go and say, hey, do the same thing that he did to you to him, then yeah, it's going to happen because you have to understand, like, you can't have that behavior to everybody else. There's a consequence for your actions, and more importantly, you don't want that to happen to you. Or maybe I'm just old. I learned the golden rule at 3 years old, and I just knew I wanted to be treated the same way I treat other people. But what I
Mm.
don't want to do is constantly be treated like shit and just let that shit fly. So yeah, if your kid or you as an adult, you keep treating me like shit, or you treat my family and my kid like shit, you gonna catch these motherfucking hands. Or if I can't put my hands on you, your parents are gonna catch hands because I don't hit children, but your parents are
Or
going to
you
catch them.
always pay another child to stomp them out.
But let's get these voicemails because I know for a fact I pissed somebody off. I know I did.
Nah, bro. Cause now, Greg, that reminds me of a story, bro. No cap. Like, this is like on my life. This really happened, bro. I beat this dude ass. I did not bully him or nothing like that. I just whooped his ass. Boom. And then he gonna, oh, dad, I got beat up. Then he gonna tell his dad who I am. You feel me? I'm on my. We live on the same street too. No cap. And then I'm just, you feel me? I'm playing, and he gonna go get his dad, and his dad gonna run up on me, and I got my stepdad. You feel me? So boom, I removed myself, the
Mm-hmm.
kid, out the situation, right? So he and his dad came at me like the energy. Oh, if you hit my son, I'm gonna hit you. But then when another grown man, another adult come in, then the energy change. You feel me? Like so. Like, you gotta have that same energy when they get their parent. You feel me? Like, if you gonna beat that little kid ass, you better beat his parents ass, is what I'm saying. And 90% of these niggas do not be on that because that nigga did not get no apology on my soul. He did not get no apology, and he left with ass beating. So
Oh, I absolutely agree, and I'm going to just say this for the last time because I got to make this crystal clear. Like, I don't care if you are 5'2" or 6'11". You put your hands on my child, I don't care. I am willing to go and like take an L life wise for mine. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I'm showing you that, hey, I'm willing to die for this shit. Even when I'm not here, you gonna respect the people that come after me. And
Mm.
that's just rule of thumb. Like there are people right now who will die for theirs. Like there are some people who I've seen those little YouTube clips where the guy, he jumped on the car when the dog ran off, like he jumped over the fence and his little girl was just running around the car while he's sitting on top of it. I'm not that type of dad. I'm not the type of man. So if it comes to gunplay, if it comes to a situation where I have to handle mine because you couldn't handle your kid, then so be it. So I will be that parent. But what's not going to happen? You're not going to disrespect my kids, man. I just can't do it. Especially when you know your kid ain't shit. It's fucked up, man. Some people just need to understand you are raising you. And if you a shithead, your kid gonna be a shithead. The school's telling you your kid's a shithead. Like you just sitting there like, I don't know what the problem is. I'm just raising them the best way I can. Look at you. You're terrible. Don't nobody want to see that bullshit. Let's get these voicemails though.
Who did you guys vote for today? I know it's election day. I'm trying to see y'all opinions on it.
We talked about that earlier. Shan, what do you want to get into that before we get these next voicemails out the way?
Body today.
Yeah. I voted early because I wasn't, I was avoiding those lines. But let's get back to these voicemails.
Yeah.
Yeah, my child got bullied one time. I remember my child got bullied one time, and I went down there to the school. And after they found their teacher sitting in the corner, staring in the corner, peeing in the corner in a diaper, my child didn't have no more problems. I'm talking about no more problems because the teacher was just standing there, just staring, just peeing, pee just running down the legs. They didn't know what was going on.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Hold on, let's get the next one.
Can you say Monica slowly 3 times?
Monica.
Honestly, I feel like a lot of times these parents are their child's first bully, and that's why kids bully kids at school. I'm not saying it's right, but I feel like there needs to be a lot more work done on the school side. Like, look, obviously something's going on with this child for this child to be acting this way. A lot of times children, they emulate what they see at home, and a lot of these bullies, that's what they see, that's what they get at home, so they emulate that. You could tell a child, don't do this, don't do that. You could tell them till you're blue in the face, but ultimately a child is going to copy what they see. And
Exactly.
parents got to take a long look in the mirror, because your child is acting a certain way because of their environment. I will say that.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree, Emily. Like, shout out to Emily Garcia. Like that, she put it better than I did. She's being nice
Yeah.
about it. I will fight you and your badass kid. But let's get this.
That's a shame. I feel like so many parents, if they took the time to get to know their child and didn't project so much on them, the
Yeah.
relationships would improve, not only within the parents, in themselves, but between parent and child. I feel like a lot of parents project onto their children, and that lower self-esteem, it destroys the relationship. I've seen it through my friends, and I see it through myself and my relationship with my family. It's I I appreciate COVID because it's been like a big mirror. People are finally looking at the man in the mirror, and
Mm,
some people can't take it, but it's made me stronger for sure.
yeah.
I think that's a good question. Has COVID and the year 2020 been a mirror? Shout out to Emily. Has it been a mirror to you and your children? Have you learned more about your household over the course of the last 8 to 9 months? Well, what should it's been March, right? So the last year,
I
we'll
don't
just say that. Um,
feel like I've learned more. I've already known what I've seen. It's just it's been harder to appreciate, you know, what my kids bring to me in a positive way, because we're spending so much time together. So I'm
mm-hmm.
constantly pointing out the things that they're not doing right, and it seems like I'm always nagging, or it seems like I'm always yelling, or it seems like I'm always having an issue, and really I'm not. It's just like, you're doing good. Okay, I don't want to say anything because that's what you're supposed to do, but in reality, kids need they need like encouragement, and they need, you know, accolades for what they do. And when you can't give them that, they sort of feel like you don't care. So it's harder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely agree. And shout out again to Emily. I know she probably has another voicemail. We're gonna keep playing it.
Shut up.
Ping.
Of course.
You dead wrong for that, young.
But I think she was commenting on the fact that I said I still beat the kid's ass. Like, I'm going to beat the kid's ass after. I have to clarify because somebody's going to be really upset at the fact that I said that. I didn't say I'm literally just going to go and like choke a fucking kid out. Like, I'm not that way.
Mm-hmm.
However, I'm going to let the parent know, hey, if it happens again, and we've had this discussion, I just want your blessing that your kid's gonna get the ass whooping you won't get.
Not
That's
your
it.
blessing.
Because no, there are some parents that I know who have said, I'm never gonna beat my kid. I'm never gonna, punish them or something like that. I'm like, yo, that's why your kid literally beats you up. There are a lot of
No,
parents that are getting beat up by their
I
own kids.
listen. I speak one time, and I just let people know, hey, I'm licensed. Don't tempt me. Don't make me
Look,
come back.
here's like we're black, but anybody who's black in here, they know for a fact that their parents, more specifically their mom, has that look, and they give you the look, and you just stop. I don't even know what the fuck you could be doing. You could literally be in the
Any
next room. They can
children
give you a
stop.
there's a
But when you have insane children or children that never been disciplined, that look means nothing.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, I've gotten to the point with like my mom. I'm a grown man. She can give somebody else the look, and I already know what the fuck it means. She'll be on the phone and she gives a look, and I'm like, oh boy, like that's a bad. Like, when I don't want to say instill the fear of like death in your kids, but if your kids fear you, they'll respect everybody else. Maybe that's a bar. That if I was a rapper, that would be a fucking. If your kids fear you, they will respect other people. And the reason why is because they know that there's a consequence for their actions. But if they get away with, what I've seen kids do, like one Black Friday, I saw a kid literally like steal something from a store and beat up his mom because he couldn't get it. And I was like, you stole the shit out the store. Like, sometimes you just you. I'm not saying beat your kids. Like, I know I have to keep saying that because in 10 years, like if this podcast ever takes off, like somebody's gonna be like, cancel Greg because he likes seeing kids get beat on by their parents. Didn't say that. What I did say though is there is a consequence to your actions. If you go and you steal from a store, they arrest you. If you beat on your parents should in turn slap you on the wrist or punish you, take away your iPad and stuff like that. But that's the thing. The punishments for these kids now is not the punishments we used to get. Their punishment is, hey, no TV for a week. I'm like, no. Have you ever had your parents tell you you won't have Christmas and it's like April? Like, just know for a fact that is a punishment. That is a punishment that is better than any punishment you can ever give any child. Imagine telling your kid they did something in April and you've canceled Christmas. I've had that happen. Do you know how it feels for fucking 8 months to know that you might as well just not wake up on Christmas? And the
What?
thing is, I thought my mother was fucking joking. I thought my mom
What?
was joking. December 25th happened. And here's the thing. I was looking, I was like, wait, I went Black Friday shopping with my mom. We were talking about gifts, but I didn't take it seriously when she wasn't asking me what I wanted. She was just like, okay, we're just gonna walk through the mall. We're gonna get Christmas gifts for people, blah, 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 blah. Ain't ask me shit. Christmas Day came. Do you know what I got? I got a stocking with bubble gum and a bunch of little trinket shit. But gifts? Oh no. The little motorcycle bike I wanted, I didn't get it. The Power Ranger that head flipped when it turned from like Tommy's face to the masked White Ranger, I didn't get that. The Talk Boy, I didn't get that. Like, there were certain things, but I knew I was bad. That's something that you have to like instill in your kids. Just know there's going to be a consequence. But we got 9 voicemails. We got to keep going. And just
Okay.
like that, you're blocked.
Hi.
Where are these kids coming
Ah,
from? Okay,
yeah.
for me, my mom didn't discipline any of us. So it was like a kid's house with an adult that can sign adult documents. And
Mm-hmm.
we just fought to the bloodshed and then we were done.
Yeah.
Um there from and because I grew up like that, I had to discipline myself in life, which means I learned the hard way growing from like a teen into adult. So now it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like I am team leathers for my kids. Like I feel like
Yeah.
when it comes to disciplining, some kids don't need you to physically do anything to them for them to understand. Some kids
Mm-mm.
need that physical touch. Some kids just
Mm-hmm.
need discussion. It depends on what child you have. All kids don't learn the same, just like all kids cannot be disciplined the same. Does it mean that you're a bad person because of the way that you discipline your kid? No, because if you don't discipline your kid, the world is going to discipline your kid. So that's why I do whatever the fuck I do. And I know what it's like to be a child wanting someone to guide them and discipline them in a way where they understand logic and you get that. So I don't want my girls to grow up like that. So that's why I am team leathers. But before I get the leathers, I go ahead and I speak to you, but I'm not speaking to you for a third time. So
Exactly.
when it comes to that Christmas shit though, I had a mom that celebrated Christmas all the way up until my 8th birthday. And when
Mm-hmm.
Christmas came, she decided to be a Jehovah's Witness and they don't celebrate shit. So
Mm.
I kind of understand what it's like to go from having Christmases to not having Christmases.
Yeah. Like,
So,
man. Yeah. I
man.
remember like that Christmas was a bad year. But in terms of what you were saying earlier about like just like disciplining your kids and things like that. Like I remember one time I called CPS on my mom.
Oh,
'Cause
shit.
she's
You
yeah
actually dialed
she
the number?
I dialed the number and they came over the next day. They came over the next day, and I quickly learned that there's consequences for your actions. And she didn't beat me again. What she told me was, I give you everything. You have clothes on your back, you have shoes on your feet, you have food in your belly. But more importantly, I want you to ask that person. It was a lady. She was sitting across the couch. My mom was sitting next to me. But the thing is, I was sitting closer to the lady because I'm trying to play off the lady's emotions. She told the lady to tell me what would happen to me if they took me away from my mom. And they said, you'll probably end up in a new home, but you'll be in a foster home for a while until you find a new mommy and daddy. And I said, wait a minute, hold the fuck up. Like, I like my mom. She just beat me once, and I wasn't a fan of that. But they said this is what happens. This is the protocol, Greg. And I was like, wait, I didn't know. Like, imagine an 8-year-old having to like decipher the fact that there actually are less fortunate kids who are in foster. They don't have parents. I have one, and I'm basically telling them what you don't do for me, or what you do for me isn't enough, or the things that you're trying to instill in me as my parent, I don't want to listen to. I don't want to do what you say because I'm the child, you're the adult, but I take precedent and I do what I want. Like, no, you don't. Like, you don't. So when you have like this whole conversation we've been having for the past like 30 minutes about bullies, it's like if you were a parent to your kid instead of being a friend to your kid, your child would be and grow up to be a better person. So let me just get to the next voicemail because I can talk about that for like hours.
And
But
see, I am a military vet. I'm 5'2". I did not care when I was in the service if you were a sergeant. I didn't care what your rank was. I'm not patriotic. I didn't care if I was in uniform. I beat one of my sergeants' ass before for disrespecting me. I'm really big on that disrespect thing. Like, I don't play that. I feel like people, I don't know where they come from and what they've been thinking and how they've been raised, but being where I'm from, like, I'm from the DMV area. Like, I was born in DC, raised in Maryland,
shout
and
out.
I have met some characters, and some people have took me to that place. That's not a place that I like to go to, but I beat somebody's ass if I have to. That's for sure, but I don't want to get to that point.
Shout out
Mhm.
to DC. I'm here too, born and raised, and it's just how you're raised. It's how you're raised, and more importantly, how you want to raise your children. You don't want your children to be bad. Don't raise them to be bad. Like, I don't want my kids to have 4 teeth, so I'm not gonna fucking feed them like chocolate every fucking day. Like, also, I don't want the hospital. I don't want the dentist bills and shit like that. Like, for a fact what you want from your kids, but your children still have their own personalities, and when they're not around you, they're gonna try their hand at things. They're gonna do things that you don't want or you don't approve of. But you have to check that shit then, right at the door, just let them know, hey, just the school called me. Like, and this is coming from me, who honestly, I know I tried my parents. I went and I hid progress reports. I changed grades. I did shit like that, and there was consequences for my actions. Now, some of them were like psychological. Some things were physical. But what I will say is, the things that I learned from them, I know for a fact that some things I'm going to carry over to my kid. I'm going to be like, yo, I don't want to be that kid that I was, and I don't want you to be that kid because I already see it coming a mile away. That's why you hear that quote when parents are like, been there, done that. I don't want to have to ever tell my kid been there, done that, because I just want to teach them like, yo, like if I don't tell you this, the world gonna tell you this. Because right now, the world that I was raised in ain't the world today. The world today will literally fucking shoot you on camera.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but I was raised before cell phones. Like, my first cell phone, it wasn't even the Nokia phone. Like, my mom had the Nokia because she was the parent. I got the Kyocera phone where they gave you the buy. If you buy one phone, you get another phone for $0. You don't have just take that shit. It, it didn't come with Snake. It came with the like Tetris. That's how bad my phone was. Like,
Now it's reversed. Now the moms and dads have the shitty phone and their kids have like iPhones.
yeah, trust me, my mom today, I called you earlier. Before she left here, she was like, "Hey, are you going to get me a pair of AirPod Pros for Christmas?" As she had the AirPods that I bought her 2 years ago in her ear. I was like, "What?" But these are things that, like, you want to be able to raise children that in 20, 30, 40 years will raise you. However, they can't raise you if they're out here possibly doing the things like bullying kids and shooting up schools and stuff like that, where they won't be here. Or, the alternative is they go and commit suicide or do things like that because they're being bullied and there was no call to action because the school didn't protect them. Because truth be told, the schools will listen, but will they actually have an action? Like, will they do anything? You know how many kids get bullied at school every day? If there's 50 kids that get bullied, but there's fucking 400 or 500 kids, the principal don't care about all 400 or 500. They might have their few favorites. They might have
Yeah.
that kid they're annoyed at because they're always in the front office. Or they may have that kid that they're always suspended. But the thing is, how many times can you suspend a kid? How many times can you talk to a kid? How many times can you say things are going to be okay and the shit continues? At some point, you have to get to the root of the problem. And just to wrap that up, if the school won't wrap it up and the school won't go and get to the root of the problem, I will. And
Mm.
I will call the parent. I will go and say, hey, your kid is hitting my kid. Do you mind if we meet somewhere and we talk about this? And if we have that understanding and you've talked to your kid, and I sat in that room and we came to the conclusion that, okay, we know for a fact now your kid is admitting that they are the problem. It's not my kid. Okay, now we know that. Just know going forward, all actions have repercussions. And if your kid touches my kid again, then yeah, it's on him at that point. Either I'm gonna whoop your kid ass or my kid gonna whoop your kid ass. But at that point, you have to respect it, because at that point, not only did you talk to them as a parent, but we talk to them as peers and as their peer. And they clearly there's no method to their madness. So let's get to the next voicemail.
What the fuck are you talking about, bro?
Your mom blocked.
These kids just
Look,
need a lot of love, a lot of hugs, like a lot of love. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say it again: a lot of love, a lot of love. Sometimes they do need their ass whooped, but
mm-hmm,
it's more effective to talk, to show them things. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, you can keep telling them and keep telling them, but sometimes you got to scare them good enough for them to, I guess, get it. But
yeah,
I think parents sometimes they go overboard with the scaring thing, because you don't want your child to fear you. You know what I'm saying? You want them, of course, to respect you, but
mm-hmm,
it's like a fine line between respect and fear. Because that's one thing
yeah,
that I had to grow out of, was fearing my parents. I started to stand up for myself and they took it as rebellion. They took it as me disrespecting them. But, you're not
mm-hmm.
about to disrespect me. I don't care if you're my parent or not. I'm a person.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Shan, we could talk about that. Oh my god, like, do
Um,
you?
my mom never disrespected me, but it got to a point where I knew she could be doing more or be doing something better, and I just let her know, like, don't worry about it, I'll do it myself.
Yeah, shout out to Emily for that one. Like, yeah, like I never thought about it that way. So I have to correct myself. I definitely have to correct myself, because I had mentioned that. I had mentioned, having you want to instill fear in your children. So I may have misspoken. More important, I need to apologize for that, because honestly, I think about it and I'm like, yo, to this day, I'm what, 33 years old, and I don't want to say I fear my mom, but I'm starting to learn that, my mother and both parents actually have it where they didn't want me to fear them, but they knew for a fact that if they said something, I would like jump. and do what they wanted me to do because that's something I'd done as a kid. So it's kind of like instilled in me. So it's like, damn, like I don't want that. I don't want my kid to ever feel like, well, damn, like if I don't do this or if I don't approve of this, then you know what, like I've done wrong by my parent by, you know, having a voice or more importantly, being an adult. Because I've seen some people who literally, including myself, who've been like, damn, like, am I scared of my parents? Like, are you scared of your parents or are you just afraid of just saying, you know what, I'm grown? Because now, like me being married with a kid, like for the first time ever, you know, Shane, you were on the phone with me when I told my mom, like, no, like you can't have this. And the fact that she was offended by it, by me telling her no, I'm like, damn, I didn't realize certain parents really get offended when you tell them as adults no. But
Hmm.
damn, shout out, Emily. Good grief, I didn't know that. Damn.
The gift your mama gave you was a lesson, okay? That a lesson, that's a gift you're gonna always have. That memory of that, that's a gift that you'll be able to pass on to your children. You know what I'm saying? That was the gift, sir.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey guys, what's up? Uh, I was just wondering, did you guys start out on this app with a verification, or did you guys go through the application process? I've been on this app for a little while, haven't seen you guys. I was just curious.
Yeah. You want me to answer? You want to answer?
We actually talked to the creators of Stereo app, and they sent us all the like needs that were needed in order to be labeled like content creators because we both have separate podcasts and we do this together.
Yeah.
And so we completed everything, gave them the stats, gave them the information, and that's how we did it.
Yeah. Basically, to be verified from here, it's not a joke. It's not like something you can just like reach out and say, I want this and they'll give it to you. You have to actually do something. You can't just say, oh, I want to have a verification badge because, you know, I have a couple Twitters. Like, you know, like you actually have to do something. So we're both obviously we're podcasters on our own like respective shows, but at the same time, we're on here giving content. We're actually recording our show live while we do this. So we take the audio from here, we make it into our show. We just like the idea of like core engagement. So it makes it easier for us with stereo. In saying that though, the reason why you don't hear from us often is because we've kind of given up on the idea of ever making money from this app. So we do it for the content. You know, the app promised us that the fact that it's as long as our content is good, we would have engagement with guys like you know, guys and girls like you. We would have listeners who would listen and also have thoughtful, you know, provoking conversations. That's what we're here for. That's what we wanted, and we're getting that with you guys tonight. Outside of that, we're not here chasing the leaderboards. We did that last week and for the past few weeks, and the issue was the content wasn't the same. It didn't feel genuine, and more importantly, like when you have 4 or 5 people just in the leaderboards 50 to 60 times, it's like, what's the point in chasing that victory that you're never going to win? So it's just better to have you guys follow us, listen to the conversations, engage in the conversations, and we build a community within a community, if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
let's get the next voicemail.
Oh my gosh, learning your child's love language is a necessity. Like I think that was such a huge
Toy.
problem that my parents had. They tried to show me love in their love language and just was like frustrated that I was not receiving it, you know, like and I low key did feel like unloved, you know, for quite some time. I felt like they hated me, but now that I'm older, I see that they were trying to show me love in a different way. I don't think that they understood that I received love different. I don't think that they understood that I learned and I saw things differently. You know what I'm saying? Like what your parents do and say, how they show you love or affection, it definitely has like a lasting mark on your development. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like a lot of parents should take parenting courses. That's what I do, you know, because I'm winging it out here.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, whatever
Absolutely.
your parents were raised on and taught, they think that's what they're supposed to do, right? And then for
Mm-hmm.
me as a parent, I automatically know like there's things that my kids are gonna hate that I do, and there are things that my kids are going to love that I do. But in every relationship, you have to take the time to be like, hey, did I meet the expectations on this? Is there something that I can improve? Is there something that I'm not doing that you would like me to do more of? And then just be open to hearing that feedback from your kids. We've come from a generation of parents who was like, don't talk back to me. Stay out of grown people conversation. You're not supposed to have an opinion. Now we get to be like the parents where we allow our kids to have an opinion about how we raise them, about what they think we can improve, and just have like some feedback, because we're not like uptight and we don't feel like, oh, you're supposed to stay in a child's place. No, if there's something that I can improve that's going to make me a better parent for you, by all means, please tell me. I'm not saying that I'm going to do it because you tell me. I'll just be more aware of what I'm doing.
Exactly. Damn. Shan, this is why you are the guru. I think I said it right. The guru. You know I got a list. So here we go. Here we go.
Do you like James Charles?
Who is James
Do I like?
Charles?
I don't know who James Charles is. The fact that they have two first names actually kind of scary.
Who is that man?
Who is James? Who is Mike Jones? If you could tell me who Mike
Mike
Jones is, I will.
Jones. Who? Mike Jones. Is his
I will
number?
tell you. Honestly, I would call 28133, but I'm afraid it might be somebody's like grandmother. And they, I'm telling you, like, just imagine if you call Mike Jones right now and it's somebody's like auntie.
Who the hell is playing on my phone?
I don't know why he changed his. I don't know why he changed his phone number. I feel like that. If
What you
anybody,
mean you don't know why? Imagine millions of people keep calling your phone talking about, is this Mike Jones?
No, but that's the thing. Like, that was the best because he used to answer it. So one time I called, right? So I called, and he was like, because I thought his voicemail is the same way he answers the phone. Well, he answered the phone then. So he's like, "Yo, it's Mike Jones," and he would answer the phone the same way, just in case people would actually call it a prank, right? So I called, and he's like, "Yo, it's Mike Jones," and I was like, leaving a voicemail. I'm playing around. I was like, "Yo, is this Mike Jones for real?" And he was like, "What?" And I was like, "Who?" And I'm telling him who, and he's like, "Yo, like, get off my phone if you're playing." So I hung up the phone and then I called right back. But basically, damn, I wish if I could have gotten that phone number between that number or the number that Alicia Keys did in the "You Don't Know My Name" video when she was stalking Mos Def. Yeah, like,
listen, this is what I said tonight, Greg. I said, if a man does not know the LSG phone number for me wanting to fuck, then we cannot talk. 9110024. If he don't know that, sir, you are not tall enough to ride this ride, honey.
Hey, you got chill. Oh my god! But let's get this next one because we got a lot of voicemails.
I mean, at the same time, like, you have to think about how you're disciplining your child, because if you're an adult and you punch your spouse or you beat your spouse ass, that's domestic violence. Bless you, baby. But if you hit your child, it's discipline. It's like a fine line between some of that. A pop on the butt, a pop on your hand is different. Mm-hmm. But when if you're at the point where you're beating your child, like, that's OC. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I remember I was like 8. I got my ass whooped so bad. Like, I don't even remember what I did, but what I did was it shouldn't have equated to the belt breaking my skin and me bleeding. You know what I'm saying? That is ridiculous. So when it comes to the CPS thing, it's like a hit or miss. These parents just got to do better. Like, and I say that because I am a parent.
A lot of people hit their kids out of adult frustration, not out of, oh, you done messed up as a child. And I have seen my cousins be beat with like metal bats, like professional baseball bats, by their like moms, because Jamaican parents are like, you ain't got no opinions about how I whoop you or discipline you. This is it. This is it. And I've seen like my aunts go up to schools with bats for their teachers because their teachers calling them and talking shit on the phone. So it's like, you gotta be mindful and a sane person to be like, this is how I'm gonna discipline my child, and be able to check yourself when you've
Exactly.
gone too far. Sometimes I'll be so caught up in like adult things that I'm doing in life that are frustrating, and then one of my kids is like calling me or doing something I told them not to do. And the way that I yelled was a bit on 10 when it could have been like on 6, but it's on 10 because I'm frustrated.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I have to check it and be like, I'm sorry for yelling at you. This is what I got going on. Can you please not bother me? Like, I have a thing when I'm in the car and the girls is in the back seat, I'll turn
Mm.
down the music a little bit and I'll be like, is it important? And it's either a yes or a no. Once I hit the no, that music turned all the way back up. Because if you're interrupting my thinking while I'm driving, especially children, anything can happen. And
Mm.
I really make that a thing where, like, is it important? Then don't bother me.
Exactly. Absolutely. But let's get through these next voicemails.
Can we talk about the fact that she was watching SpongeBob in the background?
Hey, Emily has kids, so she just needed to, go ahead and just have SpongeBob on. Like sometimes that's the only way you can entertain a kid is by watching what's that like SpongeBob and what's the one with the bee bubble something.
But
What the I don't know what it is. They all got big ass heads and they
bubble
look like
guts.
mermaids. Yeah, yo, do you know? I was watching that shit with the baby, right? Now, mind you, she has no clue what's going on with it.
Act like you know, get you some merch. Act like you know, get you some merch. Shop She Gets It on Teespring. The link is in the bio. Don't act like I ain't tell you. Hit me up on the Stereo app. Hit me up on Patreon. Hit me up on Red Circle. If you want to go ahead and cross promo, I'm here for you. Hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up and my email, shegetsitpod@gmail.com. Hit me up on She Gets It Pod on IG. I'm not hard to find. Let's get back into this show.
Let me see. We got.
Okay, you speak to somebody and you speak at somebody. If you look the words up, it means the same thing. Because if you are at a place, that means you are also to the place.
Wait, what?
What the fuck?
So you're not trying to be an asshole. What? Does it just come naturally for you?
I'll prove that shit all day when the day comes.
It's ironic that you say that because Michael Jackson's top 5 is also all young boys.
Hey.
Oh my god. Greg.
Hey, I have nothing.
Who gotta understand? Who? No. Who?
What is this
Dirty
bell?
Diana.
Exactly. Oh my god. Oh my god. He said Michael Jackson's top 5 is also young boys. That's so good. Oh. Shout out Fun Girl. Oh my god. Yo.
Right? If you want that person, if you want me without everybody else's thoughts, then, like, that day already happened.
What?
Holy shit. Oh my god.
Greg,
I'm not drunk enough for this yet.
I'm gonna have to hit you in the text with that. That one was funny.
Oh my god.
Corey, get the fuck now.
I think Corey just went anal. Not in a good way.
Wait, you went.
Off the top of my head, you probably don't even know these boys, but my nigga Saba, my nigga Shmino, goddamn Mick Jenkins, Isaiah Rashad, and motherfucking, damn, I can't even say Chance the Rapper. Shit.
I can't.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. I respect that. I like Smino. I like shit. I'm about to say it wrong. I'm drunk. Isaiah Rashad. I can't even say this shit right so far.
Hello.
Hello, Green Ramirez.
Oh my God, that's good.
That was cold, man. That was cold.
Hey.
Why Corey sound like Todd Chrisley? Fuck out of here.
Where is that coming from? That was not even part of what we was talking about, man.
Oh, holy
Corey,
shit.
can I buy a bag of weed off you, please? I need some good shit. And you're always smoking fly shit, so help a brother out.
Said it and
my God.
Same thing.
These motherfuckers went from hating each other to trying to share weed. Yo, you did not.
Yep, that day already happened. That day happened about 4. That's right, I'm not lying. I'm telling the truth. Because, she says I'm lying, but don't believe her. Because. Whoa.
I feel like they working together and they going to fucking prank us in like 2 minutes.
Oh, hell no.
I wish I could hear.
Oh
No. Wait. This day's already happened.
Wait.
I can't remember. I've already seen it. I remembered in that moment in time that I've seen what I was looking at in that moment, that I've seen it.
Corey.
Ooh-wee. There's a whole lot going on in here.
Yes. Damn.
Oh my God. Y'all
So that day happened, the one that you went anal, about 4 days ago?
Oh my God.
Wait.
Good to know, Corey.
Wait, why are Roy and Corey talking about their anal escapades right
Corey,
now?
what is you on? Bro, you acting like you tripping on acid right now. Like, are you here? Are you here with us, Corey?
Here.
Hey, fun girl. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. But Corey, let me, but let me get, what you smoking on? You ain't smoking on tree. You smoking on that alien. Give me 30 days. Aggie Pride.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
shout out to Xavier Myers, man. Shout out to you, Xavier. Like, oh my goodness, that was good. Oh my goodness. What's this next voicemail? It better not be Corey. It better not be Corey again.
Who the hell is this Roybots person, and why are they having a conversation with me?
Corey is not with the shit at all. Oh my God.
I'm trying to get a bag of weed from Corey. Come on, help a brother out, dude. Come on.
Corey, just
I don't care about your anal shit.
His anal shit. Oh my God.
No, actually, because in reality, in the true reality, you are all in a tunneled reality. A tunneled reality. Because true reality resists... No, I wasn't saying that. True reality...
My bad, Xavier. I had my long ass pinky across the whole bottom half of my phone. It was covering covering the speaker on dumbass.
Oh my god, bro.
I think some of y'all need to say no to drugs. Just
Man, what?
say no.
Yo, I think honestly everybody is so high right now because of what's going on. They watching TV, but you know what? I'm drunk. I'm high. This is entertaining as fuck right now. Like I had to go and report drink. Like I'm on drink number 2, the strong kind. My god.
Okay, they is plur. They is definitely plur. Corey. Yeah, they is plur. It's really plur. It's plur. They is not one person. They is plur.
Plur, not plural. Plur.
Yeah, hey man, you know I'm just chilling, man. You feel me, bro? Hey yo, fuck that nigga Roy. He a bitch, man. He a racist too, man. I don't fuck with that man, bro. On me, I don't fuck with him, bro.
Hey, our boy Flacco came back. Shout out to Flacco. I was wondering where he went. He kind of like disappeared after the whole politics situation, but he back with the shits again. So let's see what we got.
Corey, you're the last person I'd go to for a reality. Really? Wow, dude. Come on. I want a bag of weed so bad, motherfucker. Come on, please. Please. Don't make me beg. You wouldn't like me when I beg.
Oh my god.
Wait. Why would you beg?
Hey, yo, I got 2 inches of foreskin on my dick.
What the fuck is wrong with y'all tonight? What
420
is
for
wrong
life,
with?
dude. I love weed.
Absolutely, I agree with you,
Nigga,
my
I'm
friend.
so drunk and high right now. Like, this is pure fucking entertainment. Where the fuck was stereo at during the first half of COVID? I needed y'all, okay? I needed y'all. I need y'all now and I need y'all forever.
Facts.
Oh my god. Whew.
I had to sneeze.
Holy shit.
So I'm not even gonna lie. Seriously, I'm not gonna lie. Yes, I probably I had an edible first. I forgot what kind of edible. I smoked afterwards. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just
Just in,
chilling right now. Mm-hmm.
just in case it didn't work.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's plur. Like they is plur. It's not. It's not singular. It's not singular. It's plur.
Oh, Greg
Wait, what?
said it's
What?
plur, not singular.
What? What the fuck is going on tonight? Yo, what are y'all smoking?
Shit, I want a bag of weed too, man. You got me. Are you Trevor? Shit, are you Trevor from GTA? Cause damn, you.
Oh,
I'm waking up on goddamn highways.
yo, I shouldn't be laughing this hard, man. I shouldn't
If you
be.
got 2 inches of foreskin on your dick, Lord have mercy. Boy, you gotta listen. That is a sock puppet.
Hey. Holy shit. Oh my
Actually,
goodness.
they is plural. I don't know what plur is, but I know they is
Yes,
plural.
wild heart. I'm in the same
Shout
bucket.
out to Wild Heart.
Plur.
Oh my god.
We went from talking about Corey to the
Yes.
word plur to 2 inches of foreskin. I might have to go pour my own drink. Shoot.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna
We've
take
been
a
trying.
huge hit of this. You know this thing I'm smoking. Okay.
Oh my god. We're sitting here waiting for him to smoke. Good grief.
Oh my god, that is a sock pocket puppet. Oh god, priceless. Oh my god, I wish I had a sock puppet.
God damn, Papa. I know y'all heard what he said. He said, "Plur, man, same goddamn thing, man. Fucking talking about." He just probably rolled up a fat ass blunt. He ain't smoke that shit. You know?
No, bro. No, Flacco. Flacco. Here's the thing. I know the word plural I don't know what the fuck a plur is. I know a plum. I know pure. I don't know what plur is. That's like if
Plur.
Chingy's. Remember when Chingy was like right there? This motherfucker
Yeah.
said plur. What the right there?
So I really I like this live. I mean podcast. Oh fuck, a podcast. This is a podcast, correct? If not, if fuck yeah. So how would I know? I'm trying to make this where I get you guys notifications like when you guys go live or whatever. Cause this is fucking awesome on the stereo phone. I mean,
So fun. Baby
Yeah.
John. You're
All you gotta
nuts.
all you gotta do is all you gotta do is follow us. We on here at least once or twice a week. We don't do it often, but we on here. I
Yeah.
just need to know what is the definition of plur because I'm using that shit from now until eternity.
It's
Like
plur. Singular. I'm gonna tell them when I tell them my name. Plur, not singular.
what the
He just took a hit. Like we sitting in front of him and can watch him do it. What is going on?
oh he's still smoking. He's smoking on the
plural and plur is the same thing. Singular and singular is the same thing.
No, it is not. Plural and plur are not
Testing,
the same.
testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing.
Holy
Welcome
shit.
to Ebonics class 101. Plur. Learn the word plur. It's not singular, it's plur.
Hey, yo, hold on, Shane. Hold on. I need to know from all of y'all. Like, I want you to define what plur means to you because I, I just need this. I need this. Everybody, tell us what the fuck plur means to you,
Or just use
and use
plur
it.
in a sentence.
Yes, use plur in a sentence, please. Jesus.
I'm gonna go first. Last night I was driving with a strange man I met on the side of the road, and when he had took me home, he was such a plur.
He was such a plur. Well, I'm gonna try to use it too. So I like the way you do it right there. When I grab your ass, I feel like I touched a plur. No, that's bad. That's bad. That's really bad. That's really bad.
The
I don't
plur,
know.
no,
Plur is not a fucking word. It is not
we
a
can turn
it is
we can
not
turn
a
a plur
word.
verb.
You cannot use plur as a word.
Yo, we have
Plur
17.
go ahead and play some of this.
That gotta be some crazy accent or something, man, because ain't no other way.
Brooklyn for sure.
Hey, on the stereo phone. Hey, keep it going. Go, go, go. Who's next?
Yo, bro, I just want to know how can I join and talk?
Just like you just did.
If you don't come in here and say plur, you can't come in here. Period. Like if you don't say plur and you in this podcast, you can't come in here because you're not a part of the group. You ain't gang. This the PlurrGang.
Exactly.
Period. Plur.
Exactly.
And then he gonna come back and blow in the microphone.
Yo, what the fuck is y'all talking about?
Oh shit.
The
Yeah.
word
You know, plur actually means the unity of love.
God, Corey.
Yes, it is. Singular and singular is the same thing. Plur and plur, plur. They, there. Yeah, singular. Him, he, her. Singular, plur. Yeah, I don't feel like talking about that no more.
Davion
Shout out,
said what he said.
man. Hey,
Plural
leave us a
and burr
voicemail.
is the same thing. Am I high?
Not plur.
Damn.
Oh my
This
god.
retrograde is real.
Um, if you were
Nothing.
in this stereo right now, you need to be clapping because we done created the Plur Gang. Because Jesus, Plur Gang. The fact that we got a fucking gang, that's crazy. That's wild. Oh my god.
Bro,
Play the next voicemail. Plur
we
Gang. Wow.
4 people deep.
Man, I tell y'all nigga, man, you don't live to that man Roy, man. I slap the fuck out that pussy ass nigga, man. Lame man, nigga, man.
Oh,
Hey, yo, T.I. just joined the chat.
Yo, how do I go live and how can I be on here? Yes.
You gotta join the PlurrGang.
oh no, he has
What the
an
fuck?
instrument. He has an instrument.
Yo, my boy need to
Hey.
finish elementary school or some shit, cause it's called plural with a L. Plural. Whoa.
Yeah.
Plur is more than one. Plur is more than one. Singular and no more than one. It's just one.
Worm, not one. Worm.
Man, I had some Molly the other night, man. That shit was plurred in a motherfucker.
Player.
All right, so the other day we were riding down the horse track and these plur of events divided amongst the men and shit happened.
Holy.
I was walking down the street the other day, and my plurs got stuck in the grate on the sidewalk. It really hurt. So I had to go to the hospital to get a singler to get my plur fixed.
Holy shit.
Yo, chill out on the cussing, bro. I'm trying to sleep. Dude.
You're not trying to sleep.
The plur, plur, plur. Plur's a word. The plur, plur, plur.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I know what it is now. Plur. It's a Joe Biden word, right?
Oh, shit. Uh-oh.
It's a word that Joe Biden obviously uses.
Hey, Roy,
Plur.
you better cut it
Okay,
out.
I think I got it.
You better cut it out, Roy.
Plur, 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 plur.
Right, because, that's how doctors would view me. And then they put thoughts into other people what ain't really true.
Oh, my God.
It ain't over yet. God damn it.
Shout
Will
out
you
to
please trust me? And if I'm wrong, then we can work that out later. It ain't over yet. I told you there's too much outstanding vote. This is not 2016. Calm the hell down. Okay?
Okay.
Going live. Goodbye.
Oh, Lord. That was cute.
Nigga sound four, but he got his daddy profile picture.
What?
Go to bed.
Oh, my God, bro.
Bro, I know it's called plural, but it's plural. It's plur. Fuck.
Flacco sounds like Boomhauer or Boomhauser from King of the Hill.
Yeah. Yes, he does. Oh,
Man, Gray, how you not gonna let me talk? Like, you hear me? You ain't even let me say what the fuck I had to say shit. Like, what?
I am not in control of the button.
And here come the New York niggas with they super hyper intelligent ass. Yo, my nigga, it's plural. The fuck you? Fuck out of here, bro. Go get me a chopped cheese. No, chopped cheeses. That's plural, not per. Fuck out of here.
Oh, yes. Fun girl.
Oh, my God. Holy shit.
What the hell is word? Word?
Oh, no.
Now, what the hell is wern? What the fuck? Singular is Oh, god damn it.
Yo, what's up, pimpin'? Yeah, man, I see you, plur.
Hey, plural is a play. Yay.
The plur got stuck on my dick and I cannot sleep.
Oh.
What? Who the hell is Joe Biden? I ain't in the politics.
Politics. What is politics?
Bruh, I'm not hitting the blunt unless it's plurred. Like, seriously plurred. And that's on period. Like, y'all are so irritated. I'm so mad that I did that. I love y'all.
Really?
Oh man, shout out to the PlurrGang. Oh
Honestly, I knew that I was gonna win. The Far Dems, AOC, Chuck Schumer, Amy Pelosi. I mean, all the Far Dems, Antifa, Portland, California.
I can't.
Well, Corey, thank God nobody's putting thoughts into your head.
I am very high out in Canada, so I don't know what the plur you guys are talking about.
Eugene. I wish I was in
oh
Canada right
shit, man! Shout out to the PlurrGang.
Hold
Oh
on. So we
my
got another
god.
word, politics. Oh man, so y'all seen the new movie Politics Justice?
Yo.
Okay, so we went from plur to politics. Oh Lord.
He's not into politics. Oh my God. Oh my God. Are you related to Joe Biden by any chance? Just.
Oh God.
Now he said politics.
Oh my
Fucking
god.
politics. I'm fucking weak.
I just hope we don't start talking about politics.
Damn, what was I about to say? Shit. Oh, worm. Worm is worm. Like, put your finger up in this worm. That's worm finger. Then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, 7, 11, 12, and so on and so on.
Oh,
Wait,
Leon.
wait. What is serm and worm? Worm and two don't like that's not supposed to work. You don't
3, 4,
go worm
5,
two.
9, 10, or
How,
learn.
no, how do you take a 3-letter word and turn it into a 5-letter one? He put
Worm.
worm. Oh my god.
Yeah, learn.
I've officially seen it all.
Wait,
Oh my
if I'm an alien and they just told me I was in Canada, then shouldn't we really be trying to reunite myself with?
Nah,
oh my
I
god.
heard you, feel me, man. I ain't know who was clicking this shit, you feel me? So I'm turned like, hey, but shit, you know, man, a bitch nigga gonna sneak, heard me? A bitch nigga gonna snitch and a bitch gonna do it, a bitch gonna.
Don't hate the plur, hate the game.
Hey.
Yes, Mr. Cook,
He
man.
said 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh my
7,
god.
8, 9, 10, a lamb.
Crazy.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
I'm a gummy bear. Yes, I'm a gummy bear. Oh, I'm a yummy, tummy, funny, lucky gummy bear. My kids love that song.
Hey, nah, yeah. Is he
Oh my
saying worm? Like, no. I'm
Worm.
confused now. Worm?
Worm to
Bruh, 1? He's saying
worm.
1, right?
exactly.
Worm to
Yes, he said wum.
You mean you never heard of a fire alarm?
a fowler.
Oh shit.
765-859-354321.
Oh my god.
Now, why is worm, politics, what it word, plur, singular, just a lot of stuff like that and shit like that. I really ain't got no more to say to man, plur. Forget to my what else I want me to say? I mean, it's a lot of stuff I can really say to her, but I don't really say a lot of stuff.
Wait, what?
Do you
Yo,
think he's
somebody really got to take.
it?
Yo,
Is
we really.
Are you from St. Louis?
I hope.
I had to call the ambulance because the fire alarm went off, and then they told me that the correct address was at 123. Said wait, Plur.
Plur.
I
Holy
don't know what's in
shit.
the air tonight or what's going on, cause I just
We
went to another stereo and they
gotcha.
was talking about chasing chickens and putting traps on cows. So I don't know if it's the election or there's weed in the air, but we went from I can't even say it.
Why would you chase a chicken?
He doesn't know where to start. Well, I don't know where you start either.
Oh my god. Shout out to
Brr.
Roy, man. Roy been in here for a while. Shout out. Oh
Yo,
my
all I want to
god,
know
bro.
is, yo, Xavier, when is the mixture gonna drop? Because I would buy that mixture. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Like, your Albert, you know what I mean? It's singular,
Albert.
plural, you know what I mean? Plur. It's all lit, man. You should do that, man.
Plur.
Drop that mixture.
Ring the alarm. I been for this to learn, but I be damn if I see another chick on his arm. Ow!
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Rocco.
bro.
Now I really talk like that. Y'all really. Yeah, I'm from Columbus, Georgia. Columbus, Georgia. We really say a lot of stuff like that, and we just talk like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21,
Whoa.
22, 23, 24, 25.
25. That's
Wait.
Spanish.
Hold on, Shan. He literally skipped 14 to 17. Like,
Oh,
where
I
did
didn't
those
take.
numbers go?
He
It,
ate
it,
them.
it was like 13, and then it was just like 18. It's like, wait, where the fuck did the rest of the numbers go? Like,
I was from
that's why people can't count.
the 27 because it sounds Spanish.
Hey, okay, this is what it is. Say what, stay what, Steph. However you say your name. My bad.
Yo, 45 minutes. Here's a recap. We got PlurrGang. So now, whenever y'all come in here, you better represent. You are a part of the PlurrGang. So from now on, when you see the notifications that we are on, it is PlurrGang to the end. Put that shit, hashtag it on Twitter, social media. It's the only hashtag that says PlurrGang. Shout out to our boy Xavion who actually initiated it. So shout out to him for purposely mispronouncing words and shit. I'm slurring, but whatever. More importantly, you have been listening to two podcasts actually. So I'm one of two hosts. Shane, you want to take us out before we get about? Ah, shit, we got another voicemail. Here we go. Go ahead and play that.
Hold on. Let me see. Um,
Make sure y'all follow my Instagram. I'm putting in my account in my account.
He
Xavier.
he just got to make sure that he spells the goddamn social media right. Like, I hope he spells his name right and doesn't add like an R in Xavion because it doesn't belong. But it's okay because that's our guy. And Xavion right now, he is a part of the crew. So I guess like I might as well lead us out. I know I said I was gonna have Shan lead us out, but here we are. Basically, you have been listening to a 4-hour podcast. We'll probably break down into 2 or 3 different episodes. We will have more episodes coming up. I think we have another one on Friday, I believe. I'm not sure. Either way, we will be back. I am one of your two hosts, Greg, but I'm joined by the queen herself and the queen of podcasting.
Yes, Shan from She Gets It Pod. Hashtag She Gets It. Follow me on my IG in the profile. Follow She Gets It Pod on podcast platforms. PlurrGang.
Absolutely. And you can follow us on our podcast as well as Young Black Pod, aka Young Black and Bothered. You can follow both podcasts as well. We'll have them in the show notes. They're in our bios, they're on our platforms and everything like that. Follow us on here on all social medias. Um, Click the alerts to make sure that you get all of our stereo lives if you want to. And in closing, PlurrGang. PlurrGang, whatever the fuck you want to call it. PlurrGang. Jesus, how the fuck we get a hashtag out of that? That's wild. Um,
I can spell. I'm spelling right.
Jesus Christ.
We got Greg.
Savion. Oh my God. All right, guys. So, like I said, hit the notification bell if you need to actually go and like follow us for all of our like social media on here on stereo as well as live on the podcast. Follow the podcast, follow us on social media. We're not gonna pump merch on you or anything like that just yet. But listen to the shows. There's plenty of content that we have for you guys. We appreciate you guys for listening live. We love you. We will come back. Hopefully, the person that you voted for is the person that gets elected. If not, you just got 4 more years of hell. But we will be here for you, and we will be recording every week for you. Shan, as usual, I love talking to you every single time we talk on here. Um,
What?
Stereo, thank you for giving us the platform and the ability to be around our peers who are just as funny. And more importantly, I like the way you do that right there. Um, but
Plur.
this is not a politics. How do you say it? Politics, politics, politics,
Pol-
politics,
Politics.
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 This yes, this was your politics episode about the 2020 election. More importantly, we're going to count down from 7, 8, 9, 10 alarm. So
And learn.
we will, and we
Worm.
haven't. We'll play this last voicemail and we get up out of here.
Politics. Politics.
Politics.
Politics. Politics. You heard Xavier say it. So, in saying that and in closing, we will talk to y'all next week.
Bang.